In the newly reformed criminal justice system, the jury has been removed from the courtroom. Due to a spike in criminal activity, trials last no more than 3 days, and the burden of proof has been placed on the defense. Defendants rarely go free, and many prosecutors are only interested in maintaining their own perfect, guilty record. But some men and women still seek the truth. These are their stories.
Oh, 9:20. 9:20! I thought I only hit snooze once! "... 40 minutes till the trial starts and I'm half an hour away. I've got the shakes, my body aches, and my hair's in disarray. But I stayed up all night reading files, so I know what I'm gonna say. I'm secure and I'm sure I'll endure on this August day. Today is the day I'll need to prove I'm the best. And the world is watching my inaugural test. But am I truly prepared? If pressed, I'd confess I'm a bit stressed and scared. Can I bring justice to light? Can I fight? I'll try, and if I don't cry, then I'll be alright. I can hope and dream and pray that I'll win on this August day.
Phoenix! You're late.
Sorry, I mean, Chief.
It's only your first trial, and a murder trial at that. Look, just try not to psych yourself out.
Well, of course, Chief. It's just that our client, Larry Butts, I knew him in school, and he was always sort of unlucky. We had a saying back then, when something smells, it's usually the butts.
How unfortunate.
Guilty! Lock me up and throw away the key! I'm a murderer! Give me the death sentence!
Larry, calm down!
Oh, the world is so dark without my Cindy Windy! She was the Cleopatra to my Mark Antony, the Juliet to my Romeo!
Didn't they all die?
Yay!
Wait, Mr. Butts, you knew the victim?
Yeah, she's my girlfriend. Or was my girlfriend. But I wasn't dumped or anything. She just stopped taking my calls. Or seeing me. Ever. But what's it to you anyway?
Things could get ugly in here. No doubt the prosecution will try and spin a motive out of that. But as long as you believe in your client, you'll be okay. Ready, friends?
Let's do it, Chief.
So will this Phoenix take flight
Off the ground, I'll soar with glory. My story will be renowned.
Now let's get this trial underway.
My courtroom premiere.
Ready, Nick?
I will persevere.
Here we go.
I'm here on this day.
Court is now in session for the trial of Larry Butts.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor.
I am ready. I mean, the defense is ready, Your Honor.
This is your first case, isn't it, Mr. Wright? For your client's sake, I hope you can control your nerves.
Yes, Your Honor. Allow me to summarize these baseless charges. Our defendant, Larry Butts' only crime was being in the right place at the wrong time.
Oh.
As it says in the autopsy report, the victim, Miss Cindy Stone, was killed by blunt force trauma to the head at 4 p.m. shortly after returning home from a trip to Paris.
And the murder weapon, Prosecutor Payne?
The prosecution wishes to submit as evidence this statue of the Thinker, which was found next to the victim. I'd like to call to the stand Mr. Frank Sawit. Mr. Sawit, you were selling newspapers door to door that day, correct?
Tell us what you saw.
Yes. On the day of the murder, I saw that man the apartment. He left the door half open. When I glanced inside, I saw a woman lying on the floor, dead. There was a blackout at the time when I tried to call the police, so I made the call from a public payphone in the park.
Mr. Wright, it's time for your cross-examination.
But Chief, what can I do against eyewitness testimony?
You've got the evidence in the court record, right? Find a contradiction and raise an objection.
Got it! Now wait, do what now?
If your client's innocent, this testimony's fiction. So check your court record for the contradiction. It's time to take control. This story's clearly phony. Present something to poke a hole in the testimony.
I see!
The witness is clearly lying to throw you off your case. So find a contradiction to throw in his smug face. And after you have made your careful selection, present evidence as your aid and yeah, objection!
So, Mr. Side, how did you know the woman was dead? She may have just been unconscious.
Well, she was lying completely still on the floor and there was blood everywhere. It was obvious she was gone. I was too afraid to move. I couldn't even go inside.
He didn't go inside. That's probably the fastest contradiction I've ever heard.
So, you've got to point it out, right? What you need to achieve is to grab the court's attention. In order to make them believe, you must create some tension. How dare the witness tell a lie while being on the stand? Look him in the eye and bang your desk loudly with your hand.
Hold it! You say you didn't go inside. How did you know the phone wasn't working?
The phone was on the shelf next to the door. And I found her at 1 p.m. exactly, found out her phone wasn't working, and went to the park to make the call.
I don't understand. This testimony clearly condemns the client.
That, Mr. Sod, the autopsy report plainly states that the victim died at 4 p.m. Care to explain this 3-hour gap?
I don't understand, and I swear it was 4 o'clock. That's impossible. I heard the time.
How did you hear the time?
A television show announced the time.
A television show during a blackout.
I remembered wrong. I didn't hear the time. I saw the time on the murder weapon, the clock.
Clock? The murder weapon is a statue. It's not a
The
clock.
murder weapon is indeed a clock, Mr. Wright. It announces the time allowed when this button is pushed. I didn't mention it because I thought it would be an unnecessary detail.
Mr. Wright, here's your argument is moot. Do you have anything to add?
And at last this case finally begins to unwind. You know what to do, right?
Let's do it, Chief.
The witness is clearly lying to throw me off my case. I'll find a contradiction to rub in his smug face. And after I have made a careful selection, present evidence as our aid and yell.
Objection! Your Honor, the only way the witness could have known this statue was a clock is to have activated it himself. You held this clock in your hand, didn't you, witness?
What?
When you hit her on the head with it, and for some reason it told you the wrong time, 3 hours behind.
I mean, that's impossible, isn't it?
Prosecutor Payne, please tell me the time.
11:25.
3 hours behind. The same difference as between 1 and 4. What do you say to that, Mr. Saw It, or should I say, Mr. Did It?
Mr. Wright, unless you can prove that the clock was running behind on the day of the crime, I cannot allow you to indict this witness.
And that's why they call me the Rookie Killer.
Okay. Deep breaths, right? You're not gonna let Winston Payne push you around, are you?
But Chief, they're right. I can't prove that the clock was slow on the day of the murder.
Well, no, but try to turn your thinking around. Assume the clock was 3 hours slow and ask yourself, why?
Mr. Wright, do you have anything to add?
Yes. Your Honor, the defense will indeed prove that the clock was wrong on the day of the crime.
Let's see you try to pull this one off.
This is my proof. The victim had just returned home from a trip to Paris, as proven by the victim's passport. She must have taken the clock with her when she traveled, meaning that the clock was actually 9 hours fast. The exact same time differences between here and Paris. That is why, Mr. Sod, you heard the wrong time when you picked up the clock and struck her dead.
Objection! This claim is outrageous.
Mr. Sod, you broke into Sidney Stone's apartment thinking that the victim was on vacation. When Miss Stone showed up unexpectedly, you picked up the clock and you silenced her!
Right! I confess! I went to her apartment and she was there when I came in and she just wouldn't stop screaming, so I hit her!
Detain the witness for questioning.
Objection! This is badgering the witness.
Mr. Sword will stand trial at a later date, but in light of this confession, this court must find the correct defendant, Mr. Nyhutz, not guilty. Court is adjourned.
Gee, Nick, it's great to have friends, isn't it?
Congratulations on your verdict, Harry.
Oh, thanks, but actually...
I can see trial's headlines now. Harry Butts, innocent.
Yeah, totally. Oh, here. As a token of my appreciation.
Wait, isn't that the murder weapon?
Oh, I made one for both of us. His and hers, you know? Handcrafted, too.
Then I'm happy to accept. Thank you.
Oh, and Nick. Thanks a bunch for doing this no bono. Take it sleazy, Nick.
I think you meant pro bono when something smells, right?
Well, that's Larry for you, but it's all right. I've owed him this favor ever since we were kids.
You know, right? We never really know if our clients are guilty or innocent. All we can do is believe in them. That's what it takes to be a defense attorney. There are times when you'll feel lonely and defeated, and throughout some trials you'll only be mistreated. Yes, we both share that rapport, but in the face of courtroom war, I remember the ideals I'm fighting for. Some attorneys are dishonest, they'll do anything to win, and that's when the true challenges begin. Just believe in your client, and the truth will be exposed, and don't forget just what you're fighting for. I fight for truth, I fight for justice, I fight for everyone to have a fair chance. And when faced with tribulation, I think of my own inspiration. He taught me to always hold my stance. We fight for all, we fight with honor, so stand wholeheartedly, leave your goals in sight. And in times of desperation, defend with raw determination, for you and I, we fight. Guys, how would you like to join me for dinner tonight? My sister Maya will be in town too. We'll make it your victory celebration. Why don't you come by the office around 9?
Sure. Thanks, Chief.
All right, see you tonight then.
Oh, Chief, wait. Here I am, Chief. Ready to go. Oh, what happened?
She's dying. Help her.
I don't know what to do.
Whoa! Everybody freeze! You're both suspects of murder.
Who are you?
I'm Detective Dick Gumshoe, see? We had a woman over at the Gaywater Hotel saying she saw a murder. And I'm here to investigate.
3 things wrong with that statement.
Whoa. Maya, huh?
But that's my name.
What? It's all coming together. The victim wrote your name with her blood in her last moments in order to tell everyone who the culprit was. Case closed, pal.
What?
You're coming with me.
Oh, I'm not the killer! Help me!
Chief. Mia.
Who are you?
We met in Mia's office. Briefly.
Oh. You're that lawyer, Mia's partner, Phoenix, right?
Right, Phoenix Wright. You dropped your phone earlier.
Oh, thanks. They're never going to believe me, are they?
About last night, Mia said that you were in town to see her.
Yes. I live up in the mountains for training, but she called yesterday to ask me to film some evidence for her.
Wait, training? What kind of training?
For spirit channeling. I'm an acolyte, a medium in training.
Oh, the spirit medium. Was Mia into that stuff too?
Oh, yes. Her powers were first class, but she left the mountains to study law.
Well, she was a first-class lawyer, too. Listen, I can't claim to understand what it is you're going through, but if it's any consolation at all, I miss her too.
I've heard a lot about you, you know. She used to love telling me all about her junior partner. Even yesterday, let me check my phone moment. Hey sis, what's shaking? Would you hold on to some evidence for me? I've stuffed all the documents inside a clock that's shaped like the finger. Like the famous statue? How does it work? Well, right now it doesn't. I removed the clockwork to make room for the evidence. But enough about that. My junior partner survived his first trial today. I invited him to join us for dinner tonight. He deserves it after suffering under you as a mentor. How do you do anyway? Phoenix Wright? Today was his first day forth. What an awesome trial, though it was kinda short. His one true Jesus, it was so intense. One thing is lacking, his experience. Maya, I want you to hear this. There might be a time where you need help and I can't be there. So let me guess. I should call Phoenix. No! Call Grossberg. Marvin Grossberg! Grossberg. But sis, you were just singing this guy's praises. Literally singing. He'll strike fear in the heart of evil, 'cause he's just that type. But you should give him 3 more years, then he will make it right.
3 years, huh?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to.
It's okay, but I can't just sit and watch. What about this Grossberg guy?
I already asked for his help and said no. He wouldn't say why, but I'm worried no
Let
one...
me defend you. Maya, we'll find the one who did this to me.
Okay. And thank you. So, what are you gonna do now?
Well, the detective said earlier that there was a witness at the Gatewater Hotel. I didn't get to speak with anyone, but I did find this wiretap in the witness's hotel room.
What was the witness doing with that?
I don't know, but I get the feeling we're going to find out tomorrow.
That's him, right? The prosecutor?
Yeah, that's Miles Edgeworth, the demon prosecutor.
Court is now in session for the trial of my affair.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. This is an open and shut case. The defendant, Maya Fey, murdered her sister in cold blood. And there's evidence and an eyewitness to corroborate this. The prosecution would like to call its first witness, the detective who first arrived at the scene. Witness, please state your name and occupation for the court.
Detective Dick Gumshoe, sir.
If you would, indulge us with the details of the incident.
Yes, sir! The body was found near the window, dead from blunt force trauma from a single blow to the head. The murder weapon was the thinker. When the call came, we rushed in as soon as possible. 2 people were found on the scene, the defendant, Maya Fey, and the defense attorney, Harry Butts.
My name's not
I
Harry
arrested
Butts.
Maya Fey because I found a receipt with her name written on the back. In the victim's blood.
Detective, just because you found a note next to the body doesn't mean the victim wrote it. How common is it for the victim to write the name of the killer anyway?
It's in the movies, in crime shows all the time.
The witness's opinion on the matter is irrelevant. What does matter is that the victim wrote the name of her killer before her death.
The way I see it, the victim is the only one who couldn't have written it. The autopsy report plainly states that the victim died instantly from a single blow.
Mr. Wright, when exactly did you get that autopsy report?
Yesterday. Why?
That autopsy report is outdated. A second autopsy was conducted at my request, which reveals that a single blow to the head did indeed result in the victim's death almost instantly. She may have survived for several minutes, and so it's entirely possible that she wrote the name of her killer. But that is all.
Edgeworth, they say that there's nothing you won't do to get a guilty verdict. What reason could you have for a second autopsy report at all?
Mr. Wright, please refrain from personal attacks on the prosecution. The court accepts this second autopsy into evidence.
Thank you. And just to further disprove your erroneous claims, Mr. Wright, the prosecution would like to call its next witness. We call to the stand Miss April May.
April May here at your service. Hey, Your Honor, you seem nervous. Gee, I hope I haven't made you lose your cool. I got this fuzzy feeling. What I say will be revealing. But they might need time to mop up all the rules. I was staying for a spell at the Iguana Hotel, 'cause they have the bestest bellboys there. It was 9 or 9:01 when I saw the murder done, and the girl who did it sitting in that chair. It was awful. It was brutal. And I screamed, ah, but it was you. And that's why I had to watch in horror instead. No one was there to protect me.
Oh,
As a victim in her fright, tried to dodge off to the right, so the hippie lady took the clock and hit her right on the head. When she clocked her with the clock, I was overcome with shock, but I called the cops, 'cause these things make me swerve. It's so hot here. Can I stop to loosen up my tongue?
Testimony is very thorough. I see no reason to continue this, therefore...
Hold it! Your Honor, I demand to cross-examine the witness. Her testimony is a sham.
I don't see why I'm still here. I said everything I had to say. Oh, it's so hot. Am I done here, Mr. Judge?
Hold it! You agree that this is the murder weapon?
Oh, yes, it's that clock thingy, the finger, right?
Yes, you are correct, but how did you know it was a clock?
I heard it! Yeah, when the defendant struck the victim, the clock said the time.
But if you'll look closely, you'll see that it is missing. It's clockwork. You, Miss April May, are a big fat liar.
Fat! How dare you!
Just a moment, Mr. Wright. There is no contradiction here unless you can prove the clockwork was missing on the night of the murder.
I have proof.
Ooh, what a girly phone.
Just listen.
I stuffed all the documents inside a clock that shaped like the thinker.
Like the famous statue? How does it work?
Well, now it doesn't. I removed the clockwork to make room for the evidence. Enough about that.
Look at the timestamp. 1:30 p.m. August 3rd. The day of the murder. This proves that the clockwork was missing that day. And the reason you knew about it is because you heard about it in this very phone call.
How would I know about that phone call?
I found this wiretap in your hotel room. Take that!
Are you porcupine headed? How dare you go through my stuff! Well, so what if I wiretap some stupid woman's phone? This is a murder trial, and I have a rock solid alibi. I called the police from the Gatewater Hotel. It's on record.
Oh, I know you did, but when I visited your hotel room yesterday, I couldn't help but notice that several of the accommodations were double. 2 iced coffees, for instance.
So I had a couple iced coffees. So what? I just really like iced coffee.
I'm sure that you do, but I also noticed that there were 2 coats. 1 women's coat, 1 men's coat, and 2 plates set out on the table. You are still connected to this crime. Miss May, you wiretapped the phone so that your accomplice would know when to strike. And until we know who your accomplice was, this trial can't continue. But you, Miss May, are officially under suspicion.
Ah, you stupid slime-eating line!
Objection!
That was objectionable. Mr. Wright, you're claiming the witness was an accomplice to murder. There is no proof of this, Your Honor.
Mr. Edgeworth, the defense is correct. Until we know more, we cannot continue. I expect the prosecution to look into this matter further. Court is adjourned.
You wagered this work of art here to cost?
I'd say perhaps $3 million. Of course, I had no intention of parting with it.
Splendiferous. I'll take it.
No, it's not for sale.
Nonsense, Grodyberg. Everything has a price. I'll just take it now. You know I'm good for the money.
Of course, but please put it
Same
down.
time next week,
Can I part with it? No.
Out of my way.
Mr. Grossberg? Marvin Grossberg!
Jumping Jehoshaphat! Goodness, my boy, you startled me.
What just happened? Who was that guy?
That's Red White, CEO of Blue Corp. He was purchasing that painting from me.
Mr. Grossberg, I'm just going to cut to the chase. Your refusal to defend Mia's younger sister in court leads me to believe that you know things that are very vital to this case. Could you please tell me a little bit about your past?
My past? My descent of fresh lemons, the days of my... Stop.
Objection!
Stop!
Please! Please stop singing!
Sorry about that. You know, seeing you at that trial today reminded me of myself when I was your age.
I don't know what to say.
Well, thank you for defending that poor girl. I'm not sure what I'd have done if things had gone poorly for her.
If you cared so much about her, why didn't you defend her yourself? And who was that man just now? It sounds like he has some sort of hold on you.
No idea what you're rambling about. A man of my status being blackmailed? Inconceivable!
Mr. Grossberg, I just heard that man take a painting from you that you yourself said had no intention of parting with. And you barely did a thing to stop him.
Blue Corp is known for finding people's weaknesses, and they honed in on mine 15 years ago.
15 years?
It all started with the DL6 incident. 15 years ago, the police hired a spirit medium to find a killer for them. The medium's name was Misty Fay.
Fish!
And his mother. Now, a lawyer at my firm was on the case, so I knew about Misty. But the police could very well admit they used a spirit medium. Nobody else knew. Till I told Red White. He offered me riches. Red launched a brutal smear campaign against the police, and Misty vanished in disgrace. Police came looking for the rat. I met with Red White once again, except this time it was for blackmail.
Mr. Grossberg, it's been 15 years. Don't you think it may be time to break free?
Here. I managed to procure this from the Fay and co-officers as they were clearing out Mia's belongings. She never forgave Red for her mother. She followed for years. Seems I was not his only victim. Take that! Suicides. Hundreds of them. And as you might be able to tell, they all have one common denominator.
It's Red White.
Be careful. Red White holds the entire country in the palm of his hand. That was his secretary on the stand today. I wouldn't be shocked to find out he was the man staying with her.
Thank you, Mr. Grossberg. I think you may have given me just what I needed.
And good luck! You'll need it.
And this is my most esteemed piece of my collection, the soup du jour, one might say.
The what?
Oh, pardon moi, my compatriot. As you may have noticed, I have been rather blessified with a rather giantesque vocabulary.
Of course. Mr. White, I'd like to ask you some questions now.
First, I have a few questions for you.
No, I'm the one asking the questions here.
Oh, let me guess. You're a lawyer, fresh out of law school, am I right? The only explanation for why you'd say something like that. But let me explain something here. Red White calls the shots. What Red says goes. There ain't no right way except the Red way.
It's pretty ironic that the Red Way has a lot to do with blackmail.
What? You are a delight. But do you know who you're talking to? I'm Red White, CEO of the Corp. Let me help you understand. Red White makes the rules. Red White throws the dice. Red White got the personage that makes everyone look twice. Red White draws the lines. Red White deals the cards. People stop me everywhere to trust me their regards. Hello, but Red's a decent man with old-fashioned ideals. Red will answer one question, because that's just how nice he feels.
Okay. Mr. White, if Blue Core isn't for blackmail, what does it do? Exactly.
Blue Corp, my labor of love, my pride and prejudice. Blue Corp deals in information, we buy and sell it too. You may not know, but Blue Corp is named for the color blue. I got it up myself. Red White gets the best. Red White follows through. Ask not what you can do for Red, but what Red can do for you. And what can Red White do for you, Monsignor?
Okay. Mr. White. There is one more thing I would like to know. Who did you take that statue from?
Take him! dare you? That is a Paris original straight from Canada. It's just north of here. Oh, I especially like the mountains with the presidents and that big tower that leans to the side. Oh, nostalgic vacation.
Who did you take it from? Was it Senator Patrick MacArthur, perhaps?
I'm not familiar with the title of his personal.
Politician. Killed himself.
I think I know his name.
Then he was caught embezzling government funds.
That really is a shame.
And one day the press got wind of it.
And this concerns me how.
The next day he killed himself.
Are you quite finished now?
Me and Faye knew all about your blackmailing operations. It's ruined countless lives, and it ends now.
You've got some pretty magnificent claims there, Mr. Okay. Wrong? Was it? But how does this connect with me? Go on, make me laugh and indulge me.
In this file, there's hundreds of suicides, all of them marked with the name White.
But Mr. Ron, shouldn't you be focusing on finding the murderer of your dear Miss Lee?
Just what do you think I'm doing, Mr. White?
You must have talked to Rudy Berg. I guess he had to speak. Ask him why I have his paintings. I'll tell you why he's weak.
Grossberg.
Only the strong survive, kid. And Red White's the alpha male. Red White's the king of the jungle. Gross face, he's a whale. So don't you come here trying to kick me off my throne. Let he who is withstood in the light cast the final stone. Connect me to the chief prosecutor's office, please, and then tell security I have a raving madman on my hands. Yes, chief prosecutor. I've decided I want to testify in tomorrow's trial after all. It seems the culprit was here all along. Quite too nice that I changed my mind now, didn't I? Don't believe you're in any position to question me!
No. You didn't.
Oh yeah? Mr. Lawyer? What are you gonna do about it, huh? You gonna call the police? Kid! I own the police. I'm the Judge Judy and executioner! Forget it! Mr. Mom, you are nothing but a mere lawyer. Oh, just like your dear Mia. Oh.
Mr. White.
Red White breaks the rules. Red White loves the dice. Red White has the power, so take Red White's advice. Red White stacks the deck. Red White is always ahead. Ask not what Red can do for you, or what you can do for Red. I'm gonna win.
Today we reconvene for the trial of State versus Faye. Well, State versus Wright now, it seems. I will now hear opening statements of the defense and prosecution. Mr. Wright, where is your defense attorney?
I've elected to defend myself, Your Honor.
Very well, your opening statement, please.
I didn't do it.
Is that all? Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please.
Decisive evidence, a decisive witness. What else could possibly be required?
Very well, you may call your witness.
We call Mr. Red White to the stand. Witness, please state your name and occupation.
Red White, CEO of Blue Corp, and may I say it is so good to see you again, Mr. Your Honor.
If you would, Mr. White, please give your account of the night of the murder.
I shall tell it with the utmost gratification. Let's see. I was sitting by the window, perusifying my latest children's book, Red White's Excellent Adventure, when I saw a spiky-haired man causing a ruckus through the window of the building across the street. I called Miss May, and we clearly saw you give chase to poor Miss Mia.
Hold it! What made you look out the window?
Why, the cacophonary sounds of the shattering glass light stand. Wait, that can't be right. Look at the floor plan.
Mr. Wright, if you have secrets, I hope you brought enough for the rest of the courtroom.
Yes, sorry, Your Honor. Look at this floor plan. You cannot see the glass light stand from the Gatewater Hotel. The only way you could have seen it is to have been in Fay & Co. law office.
This is no time for jokes, right? The only people who could have been in that office were the victim and the killer.
Right, just what are you suggesting?
He's just a rapscallion grasping at straws. I think it's about time for a recess, don't you?
No, we need to hear the whole story, straight from you, Mr. White.
Very well, I suppose it hurts to indulge you. I think I found my error. May I start from the top, Your Honor?
Please do.
Yes, thank you. Let's see where to begin. I was sitting by the window when that thingy tipped over. Yes, that's right, the glass lighty thingy. I mean, I saw the shards after it fell. It was clearly a light stand.
Objection!
Oh. Maybe pops my stomach hurt. How about that?
Not a chance! There's no way you could have known what it was just by seeing the broken pieces. Think it's about time to confess?
Objection! Stop right there, Mr. White.
I forgot about you.
I agree with Mr. Wright. I think it's about time you confessed to wiretapping.
What?
Allow me to explain. Mr. White's company deals in information. Therefore, he instructed Miss May to tap the phones of the Fan Company law offices, but who actually installed the tap? Was it not you, Mr. White? You would have had plenty of time to identify the light stand while you were there. Isn't that right?
Yes, I remember now. I was there a week before Ms. Mia's tragicarious demise.
Mr. Wright, do you have anything to say about this?
How about that recess?
I think not. The time has come for you to admit defeat.
Phoenix?
Mr. Wright, are you giving up?
Yes, Your Honor.
I commend you on your defense. You fought honorably.
Honestly, Phoenix, if I've told you once, I've told you 1,000 times.
Maya, for a second, you almost sounded like...
Never give up.
Chief, Mia.
It appears the shock of your defeat was enough to awaken Maya's powers.
So you're,
Yes, Maya is channeling me. But I don't know how much time I have left. You still have that receipt?
You mean the one you wrote Maya on?
I didn't... Never mind. Don't worry about what's on the back. Look at the front. Look.
But this means it...
Yes. Okay then. The real fight begins now.
Is the defense, the defendant... Are you all right, Mr. Wright?
Yes. Sorry, I'm fine now.
Then let's just pick up from where we left off. I find the defendant...
Hold it, Your Honor! One more chance to prove my innocence.
Very well, Mr. Wright, if you will.
Yes, Your Honor. Mr. White, you testified that you saw the glass light stand 1 week before in the Fay & Co. law offices, correct?
Exactastically.
You're lying, damn it, and I can prove it! Read to the court what is written on the other side.
I suppose it couldn't hurt to indulge you. Item. 1 glass light stand. Oh.
And the date? Mr. White.
Mr. White? Date of purchase, August 2nd, the day before the murder!
Even if you were in the Fay and Cola offices, the glass light stand would not have been there!
No! It's unbelievable! I mean, I confess, I hit her.
Hey, who? Mr. White!
I hit Miss Mia with the finger!
Thank you, Mr. White. Case closed, Your Honor.
Well, I see no reason to prolong this trial further. I pronounce the the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright, not guilty. That is all. This court is adjourned.
Chief, you really bailed me out there. Chief? What? Maya? Hey, what? Edgeworth! It's been a while.
Yes. Yes, it has.
Mr. Wright,
Oh, Maya, you're awake. Are you okay?
did we win?
Yes, you did. Hey, thanks to you and, Mia.
Mr. Wright, you really risked a lot to help me out. Thank you, Nick.
No, it's really, wait. Nick?
Mia told me that's what your friends call you.
Well, Larry does.
So, I was thinking, you're gonna keep Sis's office, aren't you?
Yes, of course.
So would it be alright if I stayed here for a while?
You mean here, in the office?
Well, you know I'd work here.
Oh, you're applying for a job. Okay, let's see. Do you have any experience working in a law firm?
Nope.
Did you perhaps study some of the techniques your sister used?
Not a bit.
Do you have any knowledge at all about law?
None whatsoever.
Maya, I'm starting to wonder exactly what it is you could do for me.
Lots of things. I'll water Charlie each time you forget. I clean the litter if you had a pet. I'll keep your couch warm whenever you're gone.
What couch?
Sometimes I may mow the lawn. I promise your remotes won't gather dust, and that your TV trays never will rust. I don't need gratitude or a high pay.
Fired.
Just feed me 4 meals every day.
You're fired.
And I'll be there when you need a friend. I'll be there to support you. And in the courtroom, I'll help you defend. Every time they outsmart you, I'll provide a pleasant mood. All that we have we can share. You'll lend your money, your home, and your food. It's true that for you I'll be there. Sounds like a pretty nice arrangement. Hey, Nick.
Well,
And that's not all I can provide. With me, you'll have nothing to fear. I'll be your watchdog when the dark near. Just stay away, or else I'll make them pay. 'Cause nobody
but
fights
father
like a
was not my
man.
forte. As a caretaker, well, frankly, I reeked. I had a goldfish that died in a week. I babysat poorly way back in the day. They paid to keep me away. I can't see myself undertaking this task, so please don't think I'm a jerk.
To have you around is the one thing I ask, and I got a hunch this is going to.
Now, wait a minute. You're asking to live here, in the office.
Of course not, that'd just be weird. No, I'm only gonna be working here. And maybe spending all my free time here. You know, watching your TV, eating your food, that sort of thing.
That's not exactly sweetening the deal.
Well, there is one other reason. This, note. I found it in my stuff a couple weeks ago.
Nia must have slipped it in the last time I visited. Here.
If anything should happen, take care of Phoenix for me.
She must have known how risky her pursuit of Red White was.
So, she trusts us to look out for each other.
Yeah. And the truth is, since we have passed on, I felt alone and torn up inside. All hope was lost and I had no shoulder to cry on. Then you came along and I feel like I'm home when you're at my side. I deeply needed someone and I could rely on. And here we came through anytime and anywhere. I can be strong, I'll show that it's true, just as long as I know you'll be there.
Alright! Well, I'm convinced we can give it a shot. Make sure you give everything that you've got. So I'll see you every weekday at 9. Now just sign right here on the line. And I'll be there and I'll watch your back. Don't despair, I'll be behind you.
If I need a tightwad,
Or I need a brat. I'll know just where to find you. Through thick and thin.
We'll shine the lights
A defensive powerhouse pair. Okay, you win, you'll start tonight.
I knew that you would make it.
For truth and justice we will fight. And for you, I will be there.
Well, let's go celebrate with some burgers. Your treat.
Hey!
Right in Kala offices. What? There's been a murder! And the Steel Samurai has been arrested?
You mean the children's TV show character? Well, don't you?
We're on the case.
you disgraced me for the last time, Steel Samurai. The moon cries for vengeance.
Cries for vengeance? No, the pale moon cries for you. See you in hell, evil magistrate.
The warrior's swords gleam in the glow of the moon. One has fallen. But who? Tune in next week for the next exciting episode. The Dark Messenger returns.
Well, that was something. But my,
Wait, Nick. The theme song is the best part. When the moon is bright with a pale blue light and trouble is nearby, only one man fights for what is right, the Steel Samurai. And all heroes know when it's time to go and face their destined fate. For who should show but his deadly foe, the evil magistrate. The samurai will always fight for justice that is great. Princess Yuma, he made a future her dreams know. Captured by evil, save me! Go, go, go! When the villains hound and the innocents run, he enters all aglow. He fights alone to defend his home, he won't Tokyo. No reason break the magistrate and make it all turn great. So samurai shown, he's always known the villain's ultimate fate. He fights for truth and the bad guy can't escape. Please watch The Steel Samurai and
television set as possible. The Steel Samurai is brought to you by Global Studios. Fantasy is our business. And remember, kids, winners don't do drugs! So, isn't it the best show ever?
Well, it's no Signal Samurai.
Signal Samurai
Yeah.
or painfully old school, Nick?
Well, okay. Well, our client's name is Will Powers.
Only the greatest actor ever. I sure hope I can get his autograph. You know, this is even more exciting than Danny DeVito's cameo in episode 147 of The Steel Samurai Returns!
What's wrong?
Oh, he did it. Murder? At least once.
What?
But the damn Steel Samurai is totally ripped, and this guy is so normal. Do you think they pat his costume? I mean,
Something wrong?
No, nothing.
You're disappointed. I know. When I got the part of the Steel Samurai, I decided I would never show my face to anyone in public. So much for that! I bet all the kids hate the Steel Samurai now.
Nick, he's a good guy. He didn't do it.
Oh, sudden change of heart? Mr. Powers, my name is Phoenix Wright. This is my co-counsel, Maya Fay. Your assistant asked that we take your case. Please tell us what happened.
It was yesterday at 9 a.m. I joined the cast of Global Studios. We ran through some action sequences at 10 a.m. and then we took a break until around noon. When we got back, I took a nap until around 5 p.m. until our group rehearsal, and when I woke up, I hurried back over to the studio where I found the evil magistrate lying there, impaled by the samurai spear. They took off his mask and it was Jack!
Jack Hammer, the victim who plays the evil magistrate.
And the samurai spear?
It's the spear that the Steel Samurai uses in battle.
Right. Well, we'll probably want to go check out the scene of the murder.
Here, you'll want to take this with you. It's my card key for Global Studios. It will give you access to everything down there. Thank you so much for taking my case.
It's no problem. Well, Nick, you know what they say. One case closes, another opens.
I'm just glad that I had your sister as a mentor. And you as a partner. Phoenix Wright, the defense attorney. Fresh-faced, but I know I can win. We've had quite an eventful journey, and one more's about to begin.
First, he defended his friend Harry.
That's Larry.
Then proved I was innocent too. Maya Fay, a medium in training. Now here to fight alongside you.
Here I am with 2 trials behind me. Here I stand ready to face a new day. And with each passing hour, I'm alive, I'm empowered. I feel like nothing can stand in my way. And we will gladly stand tall. And with you by my side, as my spirits will guide, I feel pride and I know I won't fall. Maybe now I'm a lawyer after all. Here I am. Come on, Maya, let's go solve that case.
For great justice!
Yeah, that.
Wow, Nick, can you believe it? Global Studios!
And who are you whippersnappers supposed to be?
Oh, we're lawyers. Here. Take that! Why doesn't that ever work?
You're not nearly as impressive as that edgy poo.
I guess that means Miles Edgeworth is on the case.
Edgy poo, oh, we're gonna have to remember that one.
Well, I'm Wendy Old Beg. It's my job to keep gawkers like you two out of here.
Gawkers?
Gawkers! Sightseers, tourists, rubberneckers. Yeah, I know the type. You heard about what happened to Hammer. Now you come here just to look and to laugh and to blow up balloons. Well, sorry to say I can't let you do that, gawkers. Something horrible.
Okay, how long is this gonna go?
Oh, you can think
A
of
long
it.
time, pal.
And look at it.
That's-
My job.
Hold it!
What did you say, whippersnapper?
Come on, lady. You gotta let me investigate. I'm Detective Gumshoe, reporting for duty to investigate this crime scene. Take that!
Could someone here please tell me what's going on?
I bet I could. A lot better than this lady, I'm sure.
Yesterday, bright and early, the employee break room.
We were holding an action run through and power fell down with a boom. No, wait, come to think, I guess it was more of a crack. When Hammer knocked it down, while the samurai spear went snap.
Not the samurai spear.
The world keeps on changing. Of this you can be sure. Props used to be made better and better as the way things were.
So, powers fell down, and the spear broke.
Of course, good Wendy O'Bag went to make repairs. But Powers hurt his ankle too, but no one really cares.
Whoa there, hey there, slow down, pal. Why not let the police handle it now? Later that day around noon, the staff stopped to take a brief lunch break. I heard that they even had the fabled juicy T-bone steak.
Oh, they had steak?
Yeah, I bet it was delicious. Hey, wait, there's a serious business. There are lives at stake. Not that kind of steak. Anyway, at 2:15, the wind blew with such rap that it knocked Mr. Monkey's head into the path.
What?
Monkey?
Mascot, it was just a snatch of years. You kids today need to learn how to communicate with your peers. I'm telling you, back in my day, everyone knew what we were trying to say. We never argued, always concurred. Yes, that was the way things were. And the way things were yesterday, that monkey wasn't clear until 4. I'm telling you, these kids today, lazier than ever before.
Yeah, darn kids.
Maya, you're a kid.
What? The world keeps on changing. Of this you can be sure. Kids used to be raised better and better is the way things were.
So, why is the decapitated monkey important?
Well, pal, no one could get to Studio 2 until his huge head was cleared out of the way, see?
But the crime scene was at Studio 1. So tell me what happened there.
Meanwhile, dear old Hammer over in Studio 1 was caught up in a desperate battle against that Powers fun. Hear this, you snotty face of the WP. If I'd been in the battle, it would turn out differently.
Whoa there, hey there, hold on a sec. It used to be civilians had some respect. The body in Studio 1 wasn't found until 5, you see. But our forensic team estimates the time of death to be about 2:30. The murder weapon, why no other than the samurai spear? Considering the evidence, the guilty one is clear.
So?
To get into that studio, you must pass by the station. At that time, only one guy passed by that location, and we happen to know who it
Hey,
was.
what do you mean? Wait, I was the guard that was on duty. You saw the real murderer? Don't kids today have any manners? Interrupting during my line. I only said I was on duty, not that I stood there the whole time. It was only on film that he was caught, the one who didn't hammer. You know, he wants a pair of love-crossed stars.
The keyword there is word.
All right! Shaggy, I've had just about enough of you today. You're out of here.
Well, you're gonna have to catch me first.
Please. Think you'll get away?
Probably not. Come on, let's go try and find Mr. Powers' dressing room.
Howdy, employee lounge. And hey, they did have steak. And look, a ladder.
Step ladder. Second.
Well, what's the difference? You gotta stop judging things based on narrow-minded cultural assumptions, Nick. What's Mr. Powers' dressing room?
Oh, hey, an empty bottle of sleeping pills. Mr. Powers did say he took a nap before rehearsal. Don't call me a kid, evildoer!
But you are a kid.
Oh, hold it, calm down. Hey, look, I don't think you're supposed to be here.
Well, I'm the Steel Samurai's #1 fan, so it's totally fine that I'm here.
#1 fan, yeah, okay.
Watch it, hippie chick.
I'm not a hippie, I'm a spirit medium.
Oh, sounds fake.
What?
Okay, go on. Maya. So, do you hang around the studio often?
Yeah, this place is sort of like my second home. But there's no way I'm telling you two losers what I saw.
Ah, so you did see something.
Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't.
Look, if you don't tell us, the Steel Samurai could go to jail.
Don't patronize me, evildoer!
Maya, this...
Having trouble, Phoenix?
I'm never going to get used to that.
Oh, come on, Phoenix. Live a little.
Please, no dead people jokes. Mia Fey, Maya's older sister and my mentor in both law and life, well, afterlife. After our last case, she was, permanently retired. And that's how I ended up with Wright and Co. law offices.
One of your trademark fourth wall exposition breaks, Phoenix?
Just getting the audience up to speed.
Well, let's pick up where we left off. Hi there. Nice to meet you.
Whoa! What happened to the hippie chick?
Well, didn't she tell you she was a spirit medium? My name's Mia. I'm an attorney.
I'm Cody. Cody Hackins.
And I'm Phoenix Wright.
Who?
Phoenix Wright.
Who asked?
Cody, he's an attorney too. He's a dwarf. He needs your help to fight for justice. Isn't that the Steel Samurai's motto? For great justice?
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
It's all yours, Phoenix.
But mine? So, you like the Steel Samurai?
God, doesn't everybody?
Well, the show is aimed at great.
Hey, you shouldn't judge a show by its cover. It's a very complex story full of conflicted characters, each embarking on their own hero's journey. Jeez, don't you read your Joseph Campbell? Hey, what's your favorite part of the show?
It's, I'm actually just a big fan of Willpower's.
Oh, so you're like an OG. I just really like the action of bam, wham, and the Steel Samurai always wins. I even go to all the live shows. I have a picture of every finishing blow.
Ah, good glory. Wow. Did you take all of these yourself?
You bet. You can have the album if you want. I can make another one anytime.
Then I'm happy to accept.
So, you were here yesterday, right?
Yeah, I came to see the studio. It was really easy to get past that security lady.
Speak for yourself. Actually, did you happen to see anything unusual?
I saw the Steel Samurai. He killed the bad guy with the samurai spear. One strike, just like always. It happened really fast, and I got scared, so I ran straight home.
Thank you, Cody. That's all we needed to hear.
And that's all we needed to hear. This boy's under police protection.
No way! I ain't going!
No fuss about it. You're coming to the precinct. You're going down tomorrow, Phoenix Wright. Or should I say, Phoenix Stupid! Mr. Edgeworth is prosecuting over tomorrow's trial, and he's never lost to anyone. Except that one guy. But that was a long time ago, pal.
That was me. I beat him. Yesterday.
It's just a figure of speech, pal. You look different. Come on.
This violates most of my principles!
Jeez. First the thinker, and now this.
Yeah, don't remind me.
Thanks for the help, Chief. It's good to see you.
Court is now in session for the trial of the Steel Samurai. The defendant has been accused of using his samurai spear to fell the powerful evil magistrate. Just like in episode 35 when he used his infamous Zodiac corkscrew dash. I will now hear the defense and prosecution's opening statements, but first, Steel Samurai, do you have anything you wish to say for you? Sorry, I must be in the wrong courtroom.
Why, no! I'm Will Powers. I play the Steel Samurai.
Oh. I didn't expect the Steel Samurai to look so...
Normal.
That's it.
Yeah.
Well, anyway, your opening statements, please.
First off, I'd like to state that my client is not the Steel Samurai in real life.
Thank you, Mr. Wright. Mr. Edgeworth.
We will end this trial today, Your Honor. The prosecution will call its first witness, but know this, he is of a tender age. I will tolerate no badgering of any kind from the defense.
What? Badger? I don't badger. I don't badger.
Oh, don't ask questions you don't want the answer to.
We call Cody Hackins to the stand. Witness, state your name and occupation, grade in school. Witness, state your name and grade in school.
Don't tell me what to do just because you're a grown-up! No, Cody Hackins! Second grade.
Right. Witness, Cody, you were at the scene of Global Studios when you were caught, found at the scene of the murder incident. Tell the court what you saw that day.
Well, I hang out at the studio all the time, but I had never seen a real Steel Samurai rehearsal, so I snuck in to see one. I got a little lost, but when I finally found it, he was there.
Who was there?
Right with the pale blue light, trouble is nearby. Only one man fights for what is right, the Steel Samurai. And our heroes know it's time to go and face their destined fate. For who should show his deadly blow, the evil magistrate. I saw it with my own two eyes and it was really great. With the samurai punch and the samurai slash, that battle I caused a deafening crash, he died just right. With the samurai dash, that's what he pays for his sins. With the samurai slap, with the samurai chop, the samurai pain just never stopped. He came on top of the magistrate jock, and the samurai always wins. What I saw that day was a grim display, an evil man's demise. And I stood nearby when the samurai shot lasers from his eyes. And he flew up high, reaching to the sky, a bright metallic sheen. The hero chose to strike a pose, and then he flew the scene. It was just like in episode 217.
Objection! Cody, what sort of a murderer uses a samurai slap, or for that matter, shoots lasers from his eyes?
Objection! The witness merely has an active imagination.
Objection! You know as well as I do that the witness is being vague. He still hasn't testified to seeing the finishing stab. And I think I know why. Cody, you have a camera of your own, don't you? And you had more than enough opportunity to capture that killing blow. Because you keep all pictures in an album titled Past Your Glory, with a killing blow from every show to tell a hero story. But I tell you this, something is amiss, for there's no reason or rhyme. For what it's worth, no way on earth did Cody see this crime. Witness, testify, this is the last time.
Mr. Wright, what is the meaning of this?
With the samurai kick, and the samurai punch, and the samurai trick, and the suplex comes the samurai. With the samurai chop, and the samurai slap, the magic felt the sickening snap. It was about to take her snap, but the samurai never lost. With the samurai dodge, and the samurai block, and the samurai ultra tough and hot, no form and truth. Not a child, I won't allow it. The samurai said, "Witness not to drugs, so wipe out wings." Just like bugs, the defense was so intense. And he didn't know what to say because of the dog ones were all moons, up on the wing, and a 50 tons with breath. And a 1,000 songs, and it could fire sharks. And a mile-high volcano was erupting in the east, and the samurai plugged it with the 50-ton beast. Then he cut the serpent children, and he found east, and cleaned our natural parks. So the samurai carried the samurai guard, and the magistrate triggered all beer and scarred the steel samurai. The samurai's beautiful, and the sun, the samurai battle almost done. He had his fun, and finally won, because the samurai only win.
Cody, I think I know why you missed the killing blow. The Steel Samurai didn't win.
What? But the samurai always wins. I literally just sang that.
Just completely right. The Steel Samurai is still very much alive.
Cody's testimony may be what he wished he'd seen that day, but it's not the truth, is it? Cody, I'm right, aren't I?
I saw the Steel Samurai. He fought the bad guy, but then he fell down, and then
Right, this stunt of yours is totally inappropriate.
What's inappropriate is your inability to see what's right in front of you. The Steel Samurai was the victim in this case, and inside that suit was Jack Hammer.
But why in the world would the victim do that?
So, it was a different guy inside the suit? Pops!
Me?
I may have saved the photo. Take that! Sorry.
right, the studio sign. It says 2.
Wait, no, how can that be?
What's going on?
The victim was found in Studio 1, right, Your Honor? But this photo proves that the real crime scene was Studio 2. We assumed that everyone in Studio 2 was exempt from suspicion, but in fact, whoever murdered Hammer must have been at Studio 2 already.
This is absolute lunacy, right? Regardless of where the murder took place, you have yet to show us so much as a shred of evidence that Jack Hammer stole the Steel Samurai costume.
Of course I have evidence!
Yeah, of course we have evidence. Tell him, Nick. Oh my god, we have evidence, right?
Here. Take that! That's how you do it, kid. An empty bottle of sleeping pills found in the employee break room. Mr. Powers said he took a nap that afternoon, but he never once mentioned these pills to me. Someone must have slipped them into his lunch that day. That's right. He must have been drugged by Jack Hammer.
The court wishes to test this medicine bottle for fingerprints at once.
So, sir?
Proceedings will be suspended for today, and I expect the defense to have an explanation for this by tomorrow. Court is adjourned.
Working hard, detective?
Or hardly working.
Watch it, pal. I ought to have you arrested for assaulting an officer. And another thing. Mr. Edgeworth is all upset, and it's all your fault. Earlier, I saw him squeeze a cup of coffee earlier, and it was really hot coffee.
Oh, beware the wrath of Edgeworth.
If he's depressed, it's your fault for doing sloppy detective work.
You're right. I can blame others as much as I want, but I know the truth deep down in my heart.
Nick!
What did I do?
It's fine. It's fine. It's times like this that a guy's just gotta buckle down and get back on the case. Even if that producer lady won't talk to me, I can still be useful.
That's the spirit, detective. And sorry.
The producer, that's Miss Vasquez.
Yep, D. Vasquez. She's supposed to be in this trailer here, but I was knocking for 10 minutes, and I thought I'd just look around for some clues. Anyway, I'm not sure I buy the case against Powers.
So I take it the investigation isn't going well.
About as good as my salary. Half of us want to keep going, but half of us want to switch suspects. Oh, and before I forget, you got that bottle tested? It's definitely got Hammer's fingerprints on it. And we found traces of sleeping pills in the defendant's plate, too.
You know, you're being very generous with your information today, detective.
Well, I was just really impressed with how you did in court today. Anyone else in Powers would be finished.
Gee, I don't know what to say, detective.
Don't say anything. If Mr. Edgeworth found out about this, I might not even have a salary. For Mr. Edgeworth!
This is all getting very suspicious.
Nicholas!
Maya, go get help!
It's
No.
Mr. Roseburg?
God! Jumping Jehoshaphat, it's you! Wait, who are you?
Mr. Grossberg, don't you recognize us? You were Mia Fay's boss.
Mia. Oh, you must be thinking of my cousin Marvin! Marvin Grossberg! I am Calvin Grossberg!
Wait, Calvin Grossberg? You created the Steel Samurai.
Wait, you're telling me that Grossberg's cousin invented the Steel Samurai? I'm gonna have to remember that for the future.
Did you say future?
Don't start singing!
Singing? No, I'm not one for musicals. I was just thinking about the future of global studios. WP behind bars, it's hard to see the Steel Samurai going on much longer.
What? But Mr. Powers is innocent. He'll be back in that sweaty costume before you know it.
We'll see. It's just hard to imagine the studio weathering another scandal like the one 5 years ago!
What happened here 5 years ago?
I said too much. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to find the script for the latest episode of The Steel Samurai. If I don't find it, it will be my future on the line. Like the scent of fresh peaches.
You know, that's not even the weirdest thing that's happened today.
We never made a connection. Okay, well, where do you think that missing script ran off to?
Who knows? It isn't like it grew legs and walked away.
There you are. Whippersnapper.
Try as hard as you want, evildoer, but you'll never defeat me! Oh!
Miss Oldbag, are you alright?
Sure. Kids just must be faster nowadays. Oh, everything moves too fast. So
Miss Old, something happened here 5 years ago at the studio, and no one seems to want to talk about it. Do you know anything?
There's no point in keeping it a secret now. But you must understand it wasn't his fault. I have been holding on to this for 5 years!
Is that man?
His name was Manuel. He and Hammer were rehearsing a scene. And Hammer plunged that fence, and with him fell his career.
Who's that lady?
Vasquez. That heartbeat kept him on a leash for the rest of his life, and with it, the price of keeping an affair secret in the outside world. After that, things were never the same.
Cheer up, Miss Oldbag. Sure, you can't change the past, but at least you can change the future.
Listen here, whippersnappers. Hammer died because he didn't know how to fight. But you do. I saw you in court fighting for powers. You promised me you won't stop fighting.
Miss Oldbag, I promise. Thank you. I think we have an appointment.
Yeah.
Miss Vasquez!
I hope you have my script, Roeske.
For great justice!
Well, you're not who I was expecting.
I'm Phoenix Wright.
I know who you are. WP's lawyers. I have much patience for attorneys. Kindly take your leave. I have urgent matters to attend to.
I'm afraid I don't have your script, Miss Vasquez, but I do have something else. This is a photo of an incident that happened here 5 years ago. Something that you covered up and used to make Hammer into your puppet.
Blackmail is a serious accusation, Mr. Lawyer.
Oh, just admit it. Jack Hammer was a legend, and you ruined his life all over one simple accident.
I did nothing of the sort. He dug his own grave.
But it was just an accident. I mean, you're the
Accident. Accident. Who told you it was an accident?
Well, Miss Oldbag said.
Careful believing what that old windbag tells you. She was Hammer's biggest fan. You should have seen her wrestle that photo out of the photographer's hand. But who do you think kept a lid on it after that? The secret of Global Studios is safe, thanks to me. Now hand that photo over.
No, this is vital evidence. We show this in court tomorrow, and you tell them together.
It's too bad you're gonna miss tomorrow's trial. It was shaping up to be a real showstopper.
But why? Hammer's gone now. This photo can't possibly mean anything to you.
Well, you don't have to worry about that.
Hold it right there! I heard everything. D. Vasquez, you're coming with me.
Lucky you. Seems like we'll decide this in court tomorrow then. Mr. Wright.
How's all right?
Detective, thank you.
Thanks, Detective.
No problem. Just doing my job. Sorry. 7 years on the force, and I always wanted to say that.
We return for part 2 of State versus the Steel Samurai. In yesterday's episode, we questioned the samurai's arch nemesis, the Garnet Grey Schooler. What does the Steel Samurai have in store for us today? Let's find out!
Phoenix Wright! After our last trial, I promised myself that I would never lose again. I intend to keep that promise.
Yeah, well, the Platinum Phoenix will prove himself the Steel Samurai's greatest ally to date.
The defense will prove that Mr. Will Powers is innocent.
Prosecution, you may call your witness.
But, Your Honor, mere words can hardly do her justice. I feel she should introduce herself.
My name is Vasquez. I am a producer from Global Studios.
On the day of the murder, you were in the second studio.
Yes, as everyone here knows, you will find that my alibi is entered. We were trapped at the studio, you see. Mr. Monkey had fallen, and he was not cleared until a half an hour after 3. Nobody left the studio, though we did take 115 midnight. That was act of glory. We sat next to the bed, and Callan eyed ate a T-bone steak.
Objection!
Don't shout, it irritates me.
Right. Well, you say that you ate a T-bone steak. I say that you did not. The plates at Studio 2 were wiped clean. Doesn't that seem a bit odd? You'd think a T-bone steak would have left a bone there, but the plates at the studio were bare.
Very clever, Mr. Wright. What does that mean? What are you insinuating?
Insinuating? Well, since we know you were not eating your lunch with Cal, I submit to the court that you, Vasquez, killed Jackhammer yourself.
Right, what kind of stuff do you think?
Silence! Let him claim what he wants, Mr. Wright. You say that I did it. Very well. Let us have a battle of wits. First, please consider the hammer that's here, what large weapon has received. How could I, a woman of so stature, use such a thing?
I think you could.
I am speaking. The victim was stabbed through the front of his costume. Am I not right? That means he's uncommon, the Steel Samurai. How on earth could I win that fight?
Well, actually, I'd like to retract my previous statement. She could not use the spear, as we can see.
I told you I'm not guilty.
That's not what I said, Miss D.
What on earth do you mean?
The murder weapon wasn't the spear. Just that morning in rehearsal, the spear had broken clean in 2. There was no time for a professional repair. The costume they could not have pierced through.
This is ridiculous! I demand to see proof of an alternative!
Silence! My testimony will be heard. Mr. Wright, what you say is true. Then what? Pray tell, what weapon do you think that I can do?
Well, take a look at this photo. The weapon is right here.
Fence post? Why, there's a man impaled there!
Why, Years ago there was an accident here at the studio. Not a word of it was to be leaked to the outside. What happened here 5 years ago has happened here again.
How interesting, if this is true, then tell me how I could have moved body back to Studio 1, all the way from Studio 2. I only had 15 minutes to change him and then move. How could I have done this right?
It's simple. And what I say is true. There was no time for you to carry the body. Please recall your own testimony. The studio van was parked off to the side. All you had to do was put the body in and drive.
You're more clever than I thought, Mr. Wright. All right. You win. It was fun.
I win. Well, how about that?
How about what?
You killed him. You just said it.
Who's to say? Either way. It's only a possibility. Oh, where's your proof?
Mr. Edgeworth, do you have any thoughts on the matter?
Oh, yes, indeed. Verily, ergo, it certainly seems possible that she did it.
I came as a witness, not a target. So if you've nothing further, boys, I'll be going.
Objection!
Yes?
I was hoping to come up with something while I was objecting, Your Honor. I didn't.
I see. Well, if there's nothing further...
Objection! I thought of something! I would like to request that the witness testify again.
I arrived, Helen Oldbag already there. I called the police, but asked to be left out. I then went back to my office for my script and notes, then went back home.
Hold it! Why did you go back for your script and notes? Didn't you bring them with you to rehearsal?
Oh, I just assumed it'd be cancelled. There'd just been a murder, after all.
Oh, that makes sense.
Objection!
Continue.
Your Honor, I have a small problem with the witness's last statement. Miss Vasquez testified that she didn't bring her script to rehearsal because there had just been a murder. But how did she know there had been a murder?
Miss Edgeworth, that is a very reasonable observation. But I'm confused. You're a prosecutor!
I appreciate your concern, Your Honor. But I stand by my statement.
The defense and prosecution in cahoots. No wonder our justice system is in the gutter. Doesn't matter. I knew Hammer had injured his leg and couldn't rehearse anyway.
Objection! Excuse me, Miss Vasquez, whose leg was hurt?
Hammer's. Didn't you see that? It's right there in the photo. What?
That's funny. I could have sworn that it was Mr. Powers who injured his leg that day. Now, Miss Vasquez, why would you think Mr. Hammer's leg was injured?
Calvin told me.
Mr. Grossberg and Miss Oldbag both went on record stating that it was Mr. Powers who had injured his ankle. Now, why would he tell you the wrong person? It's simple. He didn't. You saw Mr. Hammer limping.
That's right. Hammer had stolen the Steel Samurai costume from Powers after drugging him. And Cody's photograph places him at Studio 2.
Witness, you have a rebuttal.
Yes, as a matter of fact. Why? Why would I kill Hammer, whom I had under my little thumb?
Take that. This is a photo of an accident that Hammer was involved in 5 years ago. Something that was covered up and that Miss Vasquez used to keep him as a puppet.
No, that doesn't make sense. That makes it sound like Mr. Hammer had a motive for killing Miss Vasquez.
Well, think about it. Why would Mr. Hammer go through all of this trouble just to get himself murdered? It doesn't make any sense until you realize he was the one out for blood. He wanted to kill Dee Vasquez. He confronted her. They struggled. And then, when it all came to it...
Someone call an ambulance! Get help! 911! Miss Vasquez, please.
It's too late.
You did this. You.
No, it was an accident, I swear.
Please don't die. Please don't die.
This is it, Vasquez. I've had enough.
What do you mean, Hammer?
Enough of this two-man part in this third-rate show. Enough of that power spoon. Enough of you.
What? No! No!
That's what happened. Isn't it?
Yes. I did it. Congratulations, Mr. Wright. Mr. Edgeworth. You two make quite the team.
Indeed. Mr. Wright, it appears you brought about another miracle.
Oh, I don't think so, Your Honor. Will Powers was simply innocent. There's no miracle in that.
Yes. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, not guilty.
Excuse me, Mr. Powers. I just want to congratulate you personally. I'm a big fan of your work.
Liar.
And you, Wright. I have to say I hadn't expected to see you again after all these years. But now, thanks to you, I am burdened with unnecessary feelings.
You and me, together, saved Mr. Powers. Thanks to you, we saw that justice was done. When you caught my pursuit, we uncovered the truth. Maybe a new kind of court has begun. Edgeworth, it's not about winning or losing. The prosecution, the defense. We have to work as a team. Like the Signal Samurai. Remember? Yeah.
You actually held on to this thing all this time.
I bet that would get you like $38 on eBay. I'm sorry.
Well, Edgeworth, what do you say?
Phoenix Wright? Don't ever show your face to me again. That's all I came here to say.
Mr. Wright, was that guy a friend of yours?
Yeah. Something like that.
You know, there's just one thing that doesn't make sense. Why would Mr. Hammer go through all the trouble of dressing up like the Signal Samurai?
Besides to frame Mr. Powers.
You really think Jack would do that?
Oh, I think what Nick meant was he was just jealous of you. You were the hero and he was stuck slumming it as the crusty old 8-bit villain.
Well, when you put it that way, I wish he'd said something. I would have gladly traded places with him.
No, I don't think that would have changed it. Miss Old Man, what are you doing here?
There wasn't much to do at the guard station. I've had to babysit this hooligan.
Let me go!
I just wanted to say, congratulations, Mr. Powers. Maybe I was wrong about you after all. Looking forward to working with you at the studio again.
Oh, thanks, Mrs. Oldbeg, but
Miss.
I don't think I can play the Steel Samurai anymore. I never wanted the kids to see my face. I didn't want to ruin the illusion. Now they all probably think of me as a killer. And,
What? But if you don't think a Steel Samurai, you will.
they'll find someone else. I'm sure they will.
Are you Will Powers?
Yes, I am.
You are so cool! Oh my gosh, I loved your monologue in episode 310. And when you went up against evil Tim, you really stuck it to him. Bam! Sam! Will you sign this for me? Please!
Sure, kid. Anything for a fan.
See, Mr. Powers, the kids love you as the Steel Samurai. You can't quit now.
Oh, you two pups.
Me?
Will you sign my book? Someone once told me that lawyers are people who fight for justice. And you saved the Steel Samurai, so you must be a hero too.
I'm no hero, kid. I'm just an attorney.
Nice attorney.
Yeah, Phoenix Wright, ace attorney. I like the sound of that. Maya, what's happening?
Oh, come on, Dick. You know we can't end the show without one last song.
Maya.
And the moon is bright with a pale blue light and trouble is nearby. Only one man fights for what is right, his name is Phoenix Wright.
An attorney who's not about to lose when there's justice on the line.
And when he starts with a bit of luck, he'll still turn out just fine.
It makes it all look easy and it always blows my mind.
Mr. Wright, you saved me when the legal system defamed me. How can I ever repay you? Battle and great reviews I know. Maybe in the movie I could play you.
And the witness knows to be a subject, they're about to be a new suspect. His talent he's got too perfect, but he's known the outset is. But to hold it here and take that there, he stood up straight as like the air and defied Mr. Edgeworth by Sinclair. Cause Phoenix always wins.
I can't believe it. He's dead.
Still can't believe it. Foul play at Gourd Lake, Miles Edgeworth, arrested on suspicion of murder. And you want me to defend him?
You listen here. I'm not telling you. I'm asking you. You got that hairy butts guy off the hook. You even saved the Steel Samurai. If anyone can help Mr. Edgeworth, it's you, pal.
Look, I'll talk to him. Just don't hold your breath.
You'll barely regret this.
I already do.
What do you want, Wright? Come to laugh at the fallen prosecutor in his darkest hour. Very well then, laugh.
Go on, I'm waiting.
Should we be laughing?
I don't think so. Cut the melodrama, Edgeworth. We don't have enough time to come down here just to laugh at you.
Yes, you do. I hoped you wouldn't come. Go on, tell me, what is it you have to say?
You first. What happened? What happened the other day? We heard about it in all the wrong places. Edgeworth, please tell us. We won't let you face this alone.
Alone.
Edgeworth, let me defend you.
Guilty of being a cowardly man. That is the luck of this prosecutor. I must have had some small flaw in my guard. I guess this is where I fall apart.
I won't let that happen.
Mr. Edgeworth, Nick wants to help you.
You convince me. Go on, Wright. Tell me of my innocence. Don't be so damn trite. You know I'm deep into this. There's more on the line. No honest way out. No more time for you to learn what law's about.
I've won every case.
All three. What an ace. Like it or not, Wright, you are an amateur. Gotta lose sometime. I'd rather it wasn't on my account.
Edgeworth, you didn't do it. Did you? Edgeworth, I'm asking if you did this.
Think what you will. One lingering thought fills my mind, burdening me with anxiety. Crime deserves penance, and I've done all I could. Why bother helping me? This serves the greater good.
I won't believe it. Don't ask me to leave while you wallow in fear. Can't you believe? Don't stand alone. We're here. I can make this right. Just listen like come with us and fight. Let us save you from this fright.
There's nothing to know.
No need for despair. We'll win this, I swear. There's nothing to show, just nothing to say. Please, there's nothing, just leave it alone.
Please! Just leave me alone. Alright?
Nick, wait!
Come on, Maya, we need answers. We're not going to get them here.
Oh, there you two are. Got you a copy of the autopsy report. I won't be needing it. I've already got it memorized. Now go! Question! Investigate! Learn! For Mr. Edgeworth!
Why don't you have as much energy as Detective Gumshoe, Nick?
I used to. Till you came along.
Hey! Wait, give me that. The victim, Robert Hammond, I know that guy.
Wait, you do?
He used to work for Mr. Grossberg with my sis.
Small world. Well, maybe you'll know something.
I say the evil magistrate stands no chance against my samurai slicer. Dance, magistrate, dance!
Mr. Grossberg, it's Phoenix Wright. You got a minute?
No, I'm simply far too busy. I got 30 prospective clients here in the office. Got no room for another. What's that? Shh, you're breaking up. Shh, I'm going through a tunnel. Oh, goodness. Yes, I see. Buy. No. Sell. Buy on margin. Brilliant, Neville. We've done it again. Oh, yes, I sure have to call you back. Yes, goodbye. Didn't see you there. I wasn't expecting you.
Mr. Grossberg, we came by to ask if you know anything about what happened at Gordon Lake last night.
Oh, you mean Gordy, the lovable lake monster? Yes. Someone said they actually saw it.
People actually believe in it. No. We came by to ask about a murder.
Murder? Heavens, no.
Miles Edgeworth allegedly shot a man last night. That man's name was Robert Hammond.
That's a name I haven't heard in some time. Oh, one of my best associates.
Robert Hammond. About how much time has passed since you last saw him?
Did you say past?
Well, technically I did, but...
The days of mine. Yes, it's all coming back to me now. Robert Hammond. He was a defense attorney in the DL6 incident.
Yes, and that is the incident where the police used the spirit medium.
Wait, my mother?
Yes, Misty Faye. She contacted the victim in that case, but it all went terribly awry. The case was remained unsolved for 15 years.
But what does any of that have to do with Mr. Edgeworth?
Why, the murder victim in that case was none other than Miles Edgeworth's father, Gregory Edgeworth.
No way. Edgeworth's dad?
If you'd like to know more, I suggest you go ask the man himself.
can't say I'm surprised to see you back.
Still haven't found a defense attorney, have you?
I just didn't want you getting involved in this case.
Because of the DL6 incident?
What?
The man who was shot last night? He was the defense in that case, and the prosecution's star witness was Miles Edgeworth, age 9.
You always were single-minded in your work. Very well, I don't see the point in hiding anything from you. DL6 was when my father died. I don't remember very much about it, except that I was at the courthouse that day observing one of my father's trials. As we were leaving by the elevator, an earthquake struck, trapping us inside. I passed out from lack of oxygen, and when I awoke, my father was dead from a gunshot. A suspect was arrested, a court bailiff. It was clear he was the only person who could have done it. And in spite of all the evidence against him, Robert Hammond managed to win him a not guilty verdict.
And now Hammond was found dead at Gourd Lake.
2 days ago, I received a letter from Hammond asking me to meet him at the lake at midnight Christmas Eve. I thought he wanted to make amends, so close to the case's anniversary. Tie up loose ends.
Loose ends?
That case's statute of limitations runs out in 3 days. After that, the case is closed. Forever. Now, Wright, it pains me to have to ask you this, but I am afraid I...
Of course! I'll defend you. I can finally pay you back. And Edgeworth...
Don't worry about me, Wright. I'll see you tomorrow.
Right. Tomorrow. The prosecution is someone named Von Karma.
Yes, and Manfred von Karma is a god among prosecutors. He was my mentor.
Maybe we'll go easy on you.
Court is now in session for the trial of State versus Edgeworth.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Well, his prosecution is not ready.
Silence! I was just taking a meaningful pause before speaking. Decisive evidence, a decisive witness. What else could possibly be required?
You know, a visit from Mia right now would really help me out.
I've been trying.
The prosecution calls its first witness, the so-called Detective Richard Gumshoe. Describe the incident, now!
So the victim was Robert Hammond. We believe he was killed on around midnight, Christmas Eve.
Indeed. You will now testify about the arrest.
So a guy calls the station about midnight. Says he saw 2 men in a boat and heard gunfire. So the boys rushed to the crime scene as fast as possible, where they found and arrested Mr. Edgeworth.
Moving on! You, attorney, cross-examine the witness.
Me? Right? Hey, what evidence did you find on the body?
A single bullet was taken from his heart. The bullet was fired from this pistol we found in the boat.
The pistol should be underneath. It's already there for you, Judge.
We know this was this pistol because of the ballistic markings.
Nick, what are ballistic markings?
They're like fingerprints for guns. Every gun leaves a unique print on the
Silence! We do not have time for childish explanations. Judge, accept the pistol into evidence immediately.
Wait.
Okay. Detective, why did your boys arrest my client?
Well, the murder weapon, there were fingerprints on it from the defendant's right hand.
The facts! The facts are clear. In the victim's heart, we found a bullet. The bullet came from this pistol, and the pistol bears the defendant's fingerprints.
This is very decisive evidence.
I'm sure Your Honor would like to hear from my witness now. Detective, you may leave the stand.
But
leave, or I will have your badge. Will Miss stand. Miss Hart, you are a research student at the university, is that correct?
Sure am.
And you were there photographing meteor showers the night of the murder, is that also correct?
Sure is.
The prosecution submits these 2 photos of the lake taken by the witness's camera at the moment each gunshot occurred. As you can see, both photographs show 2 men in a boat, one of whom is holding a gun. Witness, you may begin your testimony.
Y'all need to loosen up. You're so tense and serious. This ain't a funeral.
Close enough, isn't it? It's a
Y'all
murder
need to
trial.
learn some manners, too. Take polite to talk like that to a lady.
Y'all listen up now and listen good. What I'm about to say is true. Cause what I saw is what happened. And this is what the killer did do. I was camping by the lake in my car that Christmas Eve. I reckon was pressing out when I heard a big bang pow, and I looked around only to see the absurd. 2 men in a boat, the only thing on the lake, not a nary thing around that I could see. There was another bang, but not a dang thing could have done what I saw there be.
Witness, you're saying you saw the murder take place?
Sure did. Y'all listen good now. I heard 2 dang gunshots that night. When I heard the first one, I looked out of that boat. Then there was another flash, and someone fell into the water.
Hold it! Miss Hart, please tell me, why were you at the lake?
I'm taking photos for a class at Country U.
What kind of class? Could you be more specific, ma'am? What exactly is it that you do?
Objection! Irrelevant! What a waste of my time! In the future, restrict your questions to the events of the actual crime.
Okay, let's see. When you looked at the lake, could you clearly see the men?
Ain't that photo proof enough for you?
No, it isn't. I'm asking if you saw them.
Objection! This tells us nothing new!
Were you looking at the lake when you heard the second shot?
Sure, I guess I was.
Were you or were you not?
Enough! I think we've heard all we need to hear. It seems you're unable to find a contradiction after all.
Yes, I'm ready to hand down a verdict. Mr. Wright, I want to penalize any further outbursts by holding you in contempt of court. This court finds the current defendant...
Hold it!
Who was that?
It was me!
Maya, what are you doing? Maya,
A lot of your testimony's real strange. Is it possible to see anyone at that range? You're being unclear about what you saw. How do you account for this flaw? Did you even see Edgeworth at all?
Come on! Detective, please remove Mr. Wright from the courtroom.
No, wait, please. It was me who spoke out. Nick didn't do anything.
Maya, don't.
Don't give up, Nick. The truth is in sight.
Maya, wait a minute. Wait, truth in sight. Sight, of course. Your Honor? Please. Did you hear what Miss Hart just said? She said that she clearly saw Mr. Edgeworth. This wasn't in her testimony before. And I have a right, as a defense attorney, to cross-examine her again.
Objection! Pathetic! It's too late for baseless claims! The girl's already paid the price. Say one more word, you'll get the same! Judge, continue with your verdict.
I'm sorry, but I cannot.
What?
This is still a court of law, Mr. Von Karma. Mr. Wright is correct.
You listen well, Wright. I will not tolerate battering of my witness.
Miss Hart, could you please repeat your testimony?
Oh, sure. It's like I said.
The man on the boat was Edgeworth. That photo is my proof. I saw him clear as day, and I swear I'm telling the truth.
You claimed there was a contradiction, so find it.
I saw
That's all.
what I saw.
That's it.
I heard what I heard.
There's nothing I can see.
I may say
Hold
a little thing.
That's it.
I may
It's right in front of
say
me.
a word.
Objection! Miss Hart, you claim that you saw Mr. Edgeworth's face, but the lake is foggy in these photos. And you also claimed that you were taking pictures of meteor showers, and yet your lens was pointed directly at the lake. And at such a distance, what were you really doing out there that night, witness?
Oh, fine! I was there to catch a scoop. I'm an investigative photojournalist. I just wanted to get a picture of that lake monster everyone's been talking about, Gordy. So I set up my camera to take photos of the lake whenever there was a big bang like that tabloid article said there'd be.
What the witness was doing that night is irrelevant. The photograph is irrefutable. Ah, the gun bears the fingerprints of Miles Edgeworth's right hand, and a witness saw him at the scene.
And I got more proof. I enlarged my photo so you can see it better.
What?
2 men in a boat, but I see no faces. You were on that boat this night.
I was, but I did not fire that gun. You need to stop being so obvious.
This worthless photograph shows us nothing we don't already know.
Objection! This photo is far from worthless. Miss Hart, that man is holding the gun with which hand?
The left, of course. Dang lawyer.
The left hand. But isn't it the defendant's right-hand fingerprints that were found on the weapon?
Irrelevant. The only person who could have shot Robert Hammond was the other in the boat, and the autopsy report clearly states that the victim was shot from 1 meter away.
1 meter? Why, that's about 3 feet. One might even say... "36 inches! This is a very important contradiction. I think another day is needed to look into the matter. Court is adjourned.
Get out of my way!
Right. Tell that friend of yours that what she did was reckless and foolish.
I'll tell her you said thanks. Yes, he did. Thanks to you. But Maya, you have to promise to never do that again.
I know, but I'll be okay now that you've come to bail me out.
Huh?
Nick, you aren't just going to leave me in here, are you?
No, I just hadn't thought about where we're going to get bail money.
Whoa, pal! What are you two still doing here? There's no time! Go! Investigate! And don't worry about your bail. Mr. Edgeworth already posted the entire amount.
Oh, really?
And we just found out that that model lady's camera took another photo on the night of the murder, too. But you didn't get that from me. It's pretty worthless, though. This is the picture of the empty lake. And look, the timestamps even got a good half hour before the murder. But you better get going. Prosecutor Von Karma's already got another witness lined up for tomorrow. I just wish there was something more I could do to show everyone that Mr. Edgeworth wouldn't hurt a fly. That's it, pal. I've made up my mind. Forget the chief. Forget department protocols. Sometimes the guys just gotta take a stand. I consider myself to be a real man's man, see? The kind of guy who won't back down from a fight. I keep this city clean, pal, and I live like a king, though I eat ramen noodles every night. But despite my rough exterior, I know I ain't superior. My skills at solving crimes can sometimes rust. So I'm swallowing my pride. This time I'm on your side, and I'm the kind of guy that you can trust. Now I know we butted heads before, so in case of hairy butts,
that's Larry.
And if the chief catches me helping you, he'll probably think I'm nuts.
If he doesn't already.
But see how this is different from that red-white trial back in May. Because I'm sure Mr. Edgeworth is innocent, unlike the client he had that day.
That was me.
So if you need help, just call me and I'll be there in a flash. And to show you the download pals now, I'll lend you anything that ain't cash.
Oh, thank you, kind detective. Von Karma will eat our dust.
We'll finalize. Now I'm the kind of guy you can trust. I'm serious, pal. If there's anything I can do to get Mr. Edgeworth declared not guilty, I'm all ears. See, we're a team now. I don't even care if it gets me another salary cut.
Detective, anything you might have that could help us investigate? Like some kind of secret agent stuff?
You know what? Why not? I've got 3 secret weapons. Listen up and take your pick. First up, shake paws with our department's best evidence-seeking tool, missile.
Oh, cute!
This pooch is so advanced he makes me look like a bumbling fool.
Oh, imagine that.
Second year's got a special place in my heart. It's a gift from Maggie Bird, one of our trainees.
That's a fishing pole.
And I saved the best for last. This metal detector. This baby found me 25 whole cents once.
Pretty good.
So that's what I can lend you, my loyal chums.
Oh wow, they're all so perfect!
Yeah, I can't pick just one.
Now go help Mr. Edgeworth. To free him is a must. And I'm the kind of guy you can trust.
Gee, thanks, detective. But I was really hoping we could go over the DL6 case file.
Yeah, I had a feeling you'd ask me about that. So I scrounged up every file on DL6 I could get my mitts on. Oh, yeah. And feel free to hang on to this other stuff, just in case.
No, we're not going to need the dog.
Oh.
Or the fishing pole.
Oh.
Nick?
Hey, well, maybe the metal detector.
Score! You're the best! And before we forget again...
Oh, yeah.
Merry Christmas, detective!
A present? Yeah. For me?
Just our way of saying thanks for being such a big help.
I don't know what to say. Oh.
Detective.
Oh, actually, you...
All right, you better get going. If you need anything, just you know where to find me. For Mr. Edgeworth!
You need more iron in your diet.
Man, cut that out. What would we even need a metal detector for anyway? I just took it from him so he wouldn't start crying.
Yeah.
Or something. Anyway, take a look at this. DL6, December 28, 2001. The district courthouse. An earthquake knocked out the power and 3 people got trapped in an elevator for 5 hours. One of the 3 had been shot once in the heart, but their murder weapon was fired twice. That's weird, they never found the second bullet.
So if Mr. Edgeworth and his father were 2 of the people in the elevator, then the third was...
Yanni Yogi, a court bailiff. He was found not guilty.
Well, if they were the only ones in the elevator, then Yogi had to have done it.
Well, Hammond argued that Yogi suffered temporary insanity due to brain damage, so he couldn't be held liable for what happened. After the trial, it looks like Yogi just vanished into thin air.
Well, where could he be?
I get a feeling that once we understand this case better, we'll find out.
Court is back in session for the trial of Miles Edgeworth.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
No time to waste. Witness, approach the stand. State your occupation immediately.
I rent boats at my restaurant on Gourd Lake, the Wet Noodle. Yep.
And you saw a man outside the shop that night. Tell us what you heard.
Hold it! This man hasn't even told us his name yet.
The witness cannot remember his name. He experienced a traumatic brain injury some years back and has since not been able to retrieve long-term memory, including his legal name. However, because this occurred 3 days ago, his working short-term memory will suffice. Testify about that night, witness.
Okay. I was outside checking on my boats when I heard a bang. And I looked out the window and one of my boats was just sitting there on the middle of the... lake. Then that's when I heard the second bang. And then this fluttery man walked by my window muttering like some kind of...
A perfect testimony. Now, dismiss the witness or begin your cross-examination.
Right, Mr. Witness, is there anyone who can verify your story?
Yep. I bet my pet parrot Polly could. She remembers things better than I do.
You expect us to use the word of a parrot? In a court of law?
The prosecution concedes that there are no witnesses to corroborate this testimony. Continue.
Well, you said that you were outside when you saw this occur. Why would this strike you as odd?
He was just muttering over and over. I can't believe he's dead.
Judge, this new testimony leaves no room for doubt. I demand that you declare a guilty verdict this instant.
Objection! We found out yesterday it couldn't have been Miles Edgeworth who fired that gun.
Easily explained. He could have wiped away the original left-handed fingerprints and left new ones by mistake.
But this man's word alone is not enough. If he were lying...
Then the only way to show that would be to present evidence. Evidence is everything. Do you have any? Judge, your verdict.
Very well. We find the current defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, guilty. The accused will surrender to the court immediately to await pending trial within a month of today's date at a higher court. That is all. The court is adjourned.
No! I have to testify! Larry, what are you doing?
Your Honor, dismiss this man! You've already declared your verdict!
But I was there that night! I run a snack shop by Gord Lake, and something he said was different from what I remember.
This has never happened before. I'm not even sure what the proper procedures are to follow.
There are no proper procedures! The trial's already ended!
Your Honor! These are human lives we are dealing with here. To ignore any evidence or testimony at this point would be a horrible distortion of justice.
Yeah, what he said.
I agree with the defense. If Mr. Edgeworth is in fact guilty, then his testimony will not change the fact. We will hear your testimony.
Von Karma has always planned his trials out to the last detail, but this, he's worried.
Of course he's worried. It's Larry. I am worried.
Please state your name and occupation.
Larry Butts, ladies' man.
Waste of time.
Mr. Potts, please begin your testimony.
You got it, Pops. Well, I was hanging out with my girlfriend Ruth in my mansion with the golden picket fence.
Sir, must I remind you now to please tell the truth, because perjury is a criminal offense.
Sorry, can I try that again? See, I was all alone because I'd just been dumped, and I know that isn't easy to believe. Out by the lake where I was selling some junk, it was my only company that Christmas Eve. But as I boarded up and locked up my shop, I heard a gunfire with a noisy pop. And I know you don't think my opinion counts for a whole lot, but let me guarantee you that I heard that shot. That's how it all happened, I recall it clear as day. To get up here, it took a lot of guts. This testimony's fake.
Have you noticed what they say when something sounds...
It's probably the butts.
This witness is contributing nothing. I suggest he be dismissed and ideally drawn and quartered.
Hold it! Your Honor, Larry, I just found something that sounds off about your testimony.
And what's that?
Yesterday, Miss Lotta Hart said, and I quote, now listen good now, I heard 2 dang gunshots that night.
Wait! You
said Miss and not Mrs., right? Larry, please look us up and tell us why you didn't get a second shot. Is that I was listening on my headphones because radio's the friend that's always there. I like to jam out when I'm feeling alone, so I may have missed a shot that filled the air. But I remember that one bang that I heard the DJ was talking within a bird. So I know it wasn't something like a chick or drum and riff, but let me guarantee you that I was scared stiff. When the DJ talked, there was hardly any noise, so I listened in awe of her really sexy voice. It was pure and demure, yet mature and so refined. I can't get that lovely voice out of their mind. That's how it all happened. I recall it plain as ink, so believe it even if you think I'm nuts. Ah, this guy should see a shrink, cause his testimony stinks. When something smells, it's usually the butts.
I can't stand to listen to this lad. This young man has nothing new to add.
Larry, there's just one thing I should know. When you listen on the radio, in regards to the DJ, what exactly did she say on the show? Do you know? I remember! She said, it's almost Christmas.
Well, Mr. Wright, anything to add?
As compelling as your argument is, I demand that the witness end this pointless charade now!
Oh, hold it! I just figured out how Larry's testimony changes everything. If you recall, Miss Lotta's camera went off at 12:15 December 25th.
Yes.
And though the witness is incompetent and frankly quite a dope, I know his shaky testimony's not up it. Come on, buddy. And though we all assume the gun fired twice, in fact the murder weapon fired thrice. One was fired Christmas Eve, the other's Christmas Day, and those three photos illustrate my repartee. See? One from when the camera went off at 11:50 p.m. Almost Christmas. And two more at 12:15. The camera caught 3 snapshots for 3 gunshots, and Larry's testimony proves it.
Why, you're absolutely right. No objections, Mr. Von Karma. Very well, then.
The only question is, what happened in this 25-minute gap?
Indeed. We must look into this matter further. Mr. Butts, your final thoughts?
Get that man off the stand, he's a shot of disgrace. What a crime, wasting time for a prize. Every word is absurd, he done murder and sin. But the schools tell the boys to
That's how it all happened, and that's all I gotta say. I recall it just like it was yesterday. It was Sunday! And so I say good day, even though I'm just a klutz. When something smells, it's gotta be that man needs a lobotomy. When something smells, it's gotta be the buzz. It's gotta be the buzz. Get him out of here! The relevance of Larry's testimony cannot be denied. That 25-minute gap is more than enough time for a real killer to stage a crime scene and hide a body.
So, you've invented a real killer. How utterly
Mr.
desperate!
Wright, who would this real killer be?
What's obvious, isn't it? The boat shop caretaker. He lured Hammond to his shop, shot him, and then threw his body in the lake. He then met with Edgeworth, who would not have been able to recognize an imposter, fired 2 shots from his gun to create a witness. He then jumped in the water, swam back to shore, and that framed Edgeworth for his crime.
Prosecutor Edgeworth, or Von Karma, excuse me. I would like a word with your witness.
Yes, Your Honor. Detective?
Yes, sir. While we're waiting, Mr. Edgeworth.
Yes.
You heard what the defense stated just now.
How could I have missed it, Your Honor? What Wright has concluded is logical. Several days ago, I received a letter signed Robert Hammond asking me to meet him at the boat shop at midnight. He said he wanted to discuss something with me.
And what would that be?
Your Honor! Sir! The witness! He's disappeared!
Mr. Edge! Mr. Von Karma!
A warrant has already been issued.
Well then, it goes without saying that I cannot declare America under these circumstances. I trust that the police department will utilize all its forces to find that witness.
Court is adjourned!
Alright, Nick, another day.
Yeah, and I got out from under that guilty verdict.
Thanks to my awesome performance, I had him swooning in the aisles, huh, Nick?
Yeah. I remember feeling faint. What even made you come to today's trial, Larry?
Oh, come on, Nick. You remember how close the three of us were in grade school?
Wait, you three? You guys are all kids together?
Yeah, we were. They even stood up for me once when I was accused of stealing Edgeworth's lunch money. Well, it's because of them I even became a lawyer.
We were like the Three Musketeers. The Three Amigos. The Rule of Threes.
Sure.
Oh, come on. Tell him, Edgy.
Edgeworth.
Somebody say something.
Relax, Edgy. At this rate, you'll definitely get off the hook tomorrow.
I'm not so sure, Mr. Butts.
You can call me Larry.
It's not over for me yet.
Miles Edgeworth, you are required for questioning now.
No,
Want to hear about this supposed letter you received from the victim? Come with me.
Yes, sir.
What do you think Mr. Edgeworth meant by Mr. Butts, it's not over for me yet?
I get the feeling that there's something he isn't telling us. Maya, can't you turn that thing off?
Sorry, Nick, but hey, look at the safe it found.
Hello? Is anyone there?
Well,
Wet noodle fry.
you must be Polly. Hi, Polly.
Hi.
Maya's made a new friend. Hey. Maya, playing with that bird is not going to solve this case.
You pay no attention to him, Polly. Birds are people, too.
I wish they taught you how to crack a safe in law school.
Maybe Polly knows. Hey, Polly, what's the safe combination?
1228.
Really was that easy. What have we here? Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. This is your last chance. Now is the time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life, Robert Hammond and Miles Edgeworth. This even has instructions to follow. First, kill Robert Hammond. Call Edgeworth out on the lake. Get on a boat. Fire 2 gunshots.
That's exactly what you said in court earlier.
Just who is this old guy? It addressed to YY. Yanni Yogi. It has to be him. We have to find out who ordered him to do this, but Edgeworth is in questioning, and he's the only other one who knows anything about DL6.
No, he isn't. Come on, Nick. I know where we need to go. Oh, Polly! We will come back to check on you. I won't forget.
Don't forget DL6, brah.
Mr. Grossberg! Right you in there?
Yes, come in. Sorry for not responding earlier. I was far too busy with my, well, suppose I'm familiar with the drill by now. I assume you have some questions about my past?
Your past.
Did you say past?
No! You said it! That's cheating! I really just need you to read this letter. God.
Jeez, I won solo. Penmanship is unmistakable. It belongs to none other than Manfred von Karma.
That handwriting belongs to Manfred von Karma.
Then he's the one who instructed Yanni Yogi to commit murder. But von Karma wasn't even involved in DL6.
Not directly, but the day that Gregory Edgeworth was murdered, only hours before, he had been in trial against von Karma and accused von Karma of using illegal evidence. Von Karma was penalized, the only blemish on his otherwise perfect record. It must have come as quite a shock to him. It was then he took his first and only vacation.
So Manfred von Karma and Gregory Edgeworth were enemies.
He must have wanted revenge after that, but Gregory was already dead. But by instructing Yogi to murder him and frame the son, Miles Edgeworth, he could finally exact vengeance upon Gregory's name. The insanity plea ruined Yogi's reputation. I'm sure he was happy to assist.
Revenge on Hammond makes sense for Yogi, but why on Edgeworth?
It's hard to say, but Yogi always insisted he didn't kill Gregory Edgeworth. If that's the truth, then...
But Mr. Edgeworth wouldn't kill his father, not even by accident.
I want to believe that. I think it's very likely he killed Robert Hammond, it's true, but in regards to his father, what I do know is this is all going according to von Karma's plan, and he is unbeatable.
No, that's not true. Wait, can't you help us? Well, with the three of us together, we...
No. This case has caused enough trouble for me as it is. I want nothing to do with it. Get out!
I understand.
Mr. Grossberg.
Come on, Maya. We don't need help from a cowardly old sneak.
Wait! You're right. You're a better man than I. If I were you, I'd go check out the GL6 case file in the evidence locker. That is, if you're prepared to see what you might find, it's a stretch at best, but maybe you'll find something.
Thank you. Mr. Grossberg. I'm sorry for what I said.
We don't have time for pleasantries. Go! Solve that case! Get speed, right?
What's wrong, Nick?
Nothing. I just thought that he would be here. Von Karma.
Oh. Nick, the file for DL6 is completely empty.
What?
What are you doing here?
Von Karma!
You. How do you know my name? Have we met?
What are you saying? We see each other every day. We're Miles Edgeworth's defense team.
Oh, I beg your pardon. You see, I so rarely remember defense attorneys. They're like worthless insects to me. Needless things to be crushed.
This was you, wasn't it? You instructed Yanni Yogi to commit murder.
Yanni Yogi. How many years has it been since I've heard that name? Now it appears, Mr. Wright, you've grown wise to my game.
So you admit it.
He's such a fool, yes! Yes, my dear defense attorney. And now I must thank you for taking the trouble of bringing that to me.
Hey,
Nick, what is that thing?
it's a stun gun, used for self-defense, usually.
Oh, and how arduous I thought this process would be. And yet to stand here so render that letter to me. This trial is ending, now your life's depending on lending that parchment you see.
Oh, Maya! Don't get any closer. No, Von Karma, no, sir, we won't let you stand in our way. We both know Miles Edgeworth is innocent. This meeting won't lead us astray.
These last 15 long years for vengeance I've waited, hoped anticipated, the payback I seek. His father, that bastard, he scarred my perfection, so without reflection, I punish the weak. Pitiful Edgeworth, a second-rate romantic just like his father. For 15 years I've been biding my time to fully exact my revenge on the one man who ruined my perfect trial record. And tomorrow Miles Edgeworth will experience my wrath, as will you now, if you don't give me that letter! Now, where were we? If you'll excuse me, I'll leave with this missive. I won't abuse thee long as you're submissive. Like Yogi and Hammond, each one was a pawn. Now I'll take that letter, and with that I'm gone.
I can't let you do that, Von Karma!
See you in court, Mr. Wright!
Oh, Maya. Maya, hey, say something, Maya, please wake up. Hey, come on.
The letter, Nick, did he take it?
Yeah, he kinda did, but I'm just glad you're all right.
I'm completely useless.
No,
No, you know it's true. I'm no help as a lawyer. I couldn't stop Von Karma. I can't even channel my sister when we need her. I wish I had woken up.
Maya, that's not true. What is that? DL6 incident, evidence number 7. Taken from the heart of Gregory Edgeworth. Maya, I don't know how we're going to do this. But somehow, we're going to win this trial. The only thing that will save Edgeworth now is the truth.
Court will reconvene for the trial of State versus Edgeworth.
The prosecution is perfectly prepared, and the defense is ready.
Hey, that's my line.
Last night, the police department was able to find the witness they so carelessly misplaced. However, the defense's baseless accusations that he is the real killer cannot be substantiated.
But he has a motive.
Ah, impossible. Might I remind the court that the witness has no long-term memory?
Objection! The witness remembers everything. The only question is, why would he lie about it?
A bold claim. Mr. Wright, you seem certain the witness's identity is relevant. Who would this witness be?
Yes, Your Honor. That witness is Yanni Yogi, a former court bailiff and defendant in the DL6 incident.
DL6? Ah, murder in the courthouse.
Intriguing. You claim this man is Yanni Yogi. Then you'll need to present evidence.
We check his fingerprints.
Oh. I'm so very sorry, but the witness has no fingerprints. He was previously employed at a chemical plant where his fingerprints were burned off in an accident. Oh, but it is amusing to watch you flounder. Why don't we bring his pet parrot up to the stand for a bit of comic relief while we're at it?
Very funny, Von Karma, but you can't call it. I've got it.
Right. What are you doing?
The defense would like to take Mr. Von Karma up on his suggestion. I'd like to cross-examine the witness's parents.
You can't do that! This is a mockery of the judicial system!
What are you going to do, dock my pay?
Absolutely!
What do you think, Mr. Von Karma?
Do you even need to ask? This is a complete farce! I object!
Objection! Mr. Von Karma offered that I could cross-examine the witness's parrot, and I, as a defense attorney, have the right to do so. Let the parrot take the stand.
Fine. Just tell me when this catastrophe is over.
Indeed. Detective, bring in the parrot.
is quite the bird. But does it have a name? Hello? Hello? Mr. Wright, this witness is ignoring me!
Will the witness please testify? Maya, did you talk to her?
What do you want me to say?
Oh, ask her that one question. Remember what she said?
Oh, good, thank you, Nick. Okay, Holly. Holly. Are we forgetting anything? What?
Something the matter, insects?
What do we do now, Nick? He coached the parrot.
Why don't you ask her name?
All right. Holly. What's your name? Holly.
Mr. Wright, what does this have to do with the witness's identity?
If you would read this DL6 case file, the witness, Yanni Yogi, had a fiancée who killed herself shortly after he was arrested. Her name was Polly Jenkins.
Polly Jenkins. Polly? Oh, like that little feathered fellow.
My granddaughter has a yippy dog named Phoenix. Does that make a 7-year-old your fiancé?
What?
Doesn't quite hold as much water as I thought.
Your Honor? One more question. The safe combination.
Okay. Holly, what's the safe combination?
1228.
Why, what a reckless parrot! What bearing does this have on the case, Mr. Wright?
If you look at the date of the case itself, it happened on December 28th, 1228.
Now I see. So the person who made the code to the safe set it for that date.
Yes, and we found that safe in the witness's house.
Objection! This is not decisive proof in the least. I set my ATM card's number to 0001 because I'm number 1. That has absolutely nothing to do with the date of anything. Objection sustained!
I'm afraid not. It's true, Mr. Montgomery. It is a coincidence. However, 2 coincidences seem like a pattern to me. Call the boat shop owner to the stand.
This is an outrage. The witness is mentally unsound. He is unfit to provide testimony.
No, it's okay.
Witness, what is your name?
Yanni Yogi. It's true. I did it. Hammond told the courts that I was mentally unsound. He told me it was the only way I'd get off the hook for the murder of Gregory Edgeworth, but I was innocent, I swear. But nobody would believe me. So when a letter arrived in the mail with a pistol and a meticulous plan to take revenge on all those who wronged me, I followed the orders happily. And now I'm contented knowing I've dragged Robert Hammond and Miles Edgeworth into the hell that they have created for me. I have no regrets.
Well then, detective, have this man taken away.
Well, Judge, what are you doing? Render your verdict!
Then Miles Edgeworth is...
Innocent in this case! Yes, man! Get on with it!
Very well. This court finds the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, not guilty. That is all. This court is adjourned.
Objection! Your Honor, I object! I am not innocent at all!
Mr. Edgeworth, what are you doing?
As we just heard, Yanni Yogi killed Robert Hammond and framed me for revenge. But revenge for what?
Objection! The verdict has already been passed. I object to Edgeworth's
Objection! Mr. Wright, didn't something like this happen yesterday? I believe a certain witness raised an objection after a verdict had been passed. Miles Edgeworth must be heard.
Indeed. It is our duty to hear every witness out. Mr. Edgeworth, go ahead. Mr. Wright won't stop you.
Yes, Your Honor. Yanni Yogi wanted revenge on the 2 men who ruined his life. Robert Hammond, who convinced him to plead insanity, and, I have just realized, on me. I didn't want to believe it, but if Yanni Yogi was not the killer in the DL6 incident, everything becomes perfectly clear! The murderer The real criminal of the DL6 incident was me!
Never have we seen before a man who's been declared not guilty turn around and ask for more, confessing to a different guilt. He's admitted to his crime. I told you he was slime. He won't go free this time.
Your Honor, I wish to confess my guilt in the case of the murder of Gregory Edgeworth, the statute of limitations of which ends today.
Who killed Gregory Edgeworth? Was Johnny only on the accused? Who killed Gregory Edgeworth? How has justice been abused?
I confess, this incident was unprecedented. I'm not certain how to proceed.
It's simple, Your Honor. We hold a trial right here, right now.
Very well. Is the prosecution prepared?
Always, Your Honor.
And the defense?
I'm sorry, Wright. I've wasted all your effort. You don't need to stay on my account.
To get its case ready, Your Honor.
Yeah, what case? Mr. Edgeworth already confessed.
I know. Edgeworth, I don't believe you. The defense is ready, Your Honor.
Very well. Court is now in session for the trial of Miles Edgeworth.
15 years ago, you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. Testify to the court.
That day, I had gone to the courthouse with my father to observe one of his trials. I don't recall very much about it, except that my father lost and Mr. Von Karma was the prosecuting attorney. As we were leaving by the elevator, an earthquake struck, trapping us inside with the bailiff, Johnny Yogi. We were fine at first, but as time passed, nobody came to help us, and my father and Mr. Yogi began to argue. Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. The bailiff's pistol.
Did you know at the time that it was a pistol?
I don't know if I knew exactly what it was, but I think I knew that it was dangerous, but the air was so thin, they were fighting. I panicked. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. There was a single gunshot and a terrible scream. That's all I can remember. I wasn't even sure of that much until today.
Hold it! Edgeworth, you're sure you only heard one gunshot?
Yes. But there's nothing else. My next memory is waking up in the hospital.
I've got you, Edgeworth. I've got you. Ladies and gentlemen of the court, Miles Edgeworth testifies that he heard only one gunshot, and yet the police report states that the murder weapon was fired twice. Furthermore, the photo of the crime scene shows two bullet holes, one in the heart of Gregory Edgeworth, and the other in the elevator door. The defense posits that when the gun went off from the shot that was thrown by the young Miles Edgeworth, that went through the elevator door. He then passed out, therefore, the second shot, the shot that killed Gregory Edgeworth, must have been fired by someone else.
But who could this someone else be?
The real murderer, of course.
Objection! Mr. Wright, let me draw your attention to that little case file you loved so much. On the very first page, what does it say?
No other evidence was found at the scene.
No second bullet was found in the elevator. The bullet hole might have been made at any time.
I must agree with the prosecution. No objections, Mr. Wright? Mr. Edgeworth?
None, Your Honor. Everything Mr. Von Karma has said is true.
Nick?
Miles Edgeworth, you confess to the killing of your father?
Yes.
Nick, turn this thing around.
I feel as though I've been here before, on the day I first entered the courtroom war. I should be saying so many things, but my mind's gone blank and I can't begin to
I killed Gregory Edgeworth by accident, but I tried it nonetheless. I killed my own father, I killed him. I confess. What killed Gregory Edgeworth by accident, but I tried it again.
carried away by the real murderer.
Gregory Edgeworth, who tried the gun, who fired the gun, there's something wrong, the case is on. Your Honor, it's time for your verdict. Who killed Gregory Edgeworth? His son!
Objection! Your Honor, the second bullet has to exist. It must have been carried away from the scene by the real murderer.
As unlikely as it sounds, I cannot deny this possibility.
Deny it! Deny it now!
Nick, do you remember what Mr. Grossberg said about Von Karma's vacation after the trial? What if he took that vacation because he was injured?
Are you well enough to continue, Mr. Wright? You seem dazed.
Yes. My apologies, Your Honor. A suspect. I do have one.
Mr. Wright! I hope you realize what you're suggesting is incredibly serious.
Mr. Von Karma is the only one involved in this case who has a motive. That very same day, an objection was sustained against him by Gregory Edgeworth. And when he left court, by pure chance, he was walking by the elevator as it had broken down. And when Miles Edgeworth threw that gun, the stray bullet went through the elevator door and struck Mr. Von Karma.
But Mr. Von Karma was never admitted to a hospital after DL6. Why leave such a wound unattended?
He must have been struck somewhere non-vital, somewhere where he could recover on his own, while he went on vacation for several months.
This is... Never in my life have I...
After all, if that bullet had been removed from your shoulder, it could have been used against you in the court. I wonder, what is it that you did when you saw those elevator doors open up and you saw the man who ruined your perfect trial record lying next to a gun?
Mr. Von Karma, are these claims true?
Whether or not I was at the court that day, you have no proof that places me at the elevator with that same gun! After all, the DL6 file went missing from the evidence room, didn't it, cockroach?
Wrong. We have one piece of evidence from that file. That is the bullet found in Gregory Edgeworth's heart.
What? But then... And just how, pray tell, does that prove anything at all?
Simple. If the ballistic markings on the bullet inside of you match the markings on the bullet found in my father's heart, that places you with the gun at the crime scene.
If you think I'm going to trust any doctor in the world to cut me open, you are sorely mistaken.
Oh!
Gumshoe's metal detector will tell us if Von Karma has a bullet inside of him.
I refuse! This is a violation of my privacy!
Your Honor, the statute of limitations runs out on this case today. There is no further time to consider the matter.
It will be allowed.
Mr. Von Karma, you will allow us to remove that bullet from your shoulder. We will compare the markings on that bullet to the other and solve this case once and for all.
That scream! I've heard that scream before! My nightmares. In the elevator 15 years ago, the whole time! After all these years, it was you!
Edgeworth! Edgeworth! That name is my curse! I'll bury you just like I did your father!
Your Honor, that sounds an awful lot like a confession to me.
The facts all line up. This case is completely clear to me. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts.
What? No! No! This courtroom is a disgrace! You! Amateur! This is all your fault! I'm in this mess! Your story's been conjecture, and within you I just find the ramblings of a madman who's completely lost his mind, whose grasp at straws was steady, with a condescending grin, no matter how pathetic! You'll do anything to win!
There are people here who
You're
makes
bluffing!
it
You haven't got a plan!
Acting frightening,
No, nothing! You cursing stupid man! Like a stubborn, foolish swine, you'll merely yell and whine, and at last this case will finally unwind.
Some attorneys are dishonest, they'll do anything to win. But now I know that I will not give in. And I won't stand for lying or accusing anymore. I know precisely what I'm fighting for. I fight for truth.
So stand wholehearted.
I fight for justice. I fight for everyone to have a chance. And when faced with tribulation, think of my own inspiration. She taught me to always hold my stand. We fight for all. We fight with honor, and we will never rest. Together we unite, forever since the world creation. pursue purification, no matter what the situation. We will fulfill our obligation for the law's own conservation, for the better of the nation, for the future.
This court finds the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, not guilty.
Promise that the chief of police and have a nice word with you. Right.
Miles Edgeworth, a word.
Yes, Your Honor.
I've seen many trials, and I've never seen one with quite as many twists and turns. But I hope now you can finally realize the truth. You were innocent. All innocent. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Good. See you in court.
Thank you, sir.
All of you too, Mr. Wright.
Yes, sir, Your Honor.
Nick, my man! It was just like old times today, eh, G?
Who knows where we would be without you, pal?
Let's all hear it for Phoenix Wright!
Hey! The bullet was in his shoulder the whole time! Incredible!
I just knew it was I just knew that you would leave!
Hey, lawyer boy! I got a bone to pick with you.
Lotta, what are you doing here?
I went searching high and low for that gory creature. Turns out it was all a big hoax.
Well, you don't say.
Dang thing wasn't a sea creature at all. Turns out it was one of them wacky waving inflatable arm flailing tube fellas from the nearby snack stand. Oh, hey, lawyer!
Who do we know that works at a snack stand?
When something smells.
What was that?
Say, Miss Hart, have you met our friend Larry?
Hey, Larry. Larry? Larry!
What?
This is a woman.
Oh, hey?
Well, right. I just want to say that I wouldn't even be here if it weren't for your foolhardy defense, and so I really thank you.
Don't worry about it, Edgeworth. I mean, what are friends for? Hey, you've got friends now. Friends who care about you. I know that may seem strange to you, but trust me, you'll get used to it. And it wouldn't kill you if you smile.
So, Nick, I've been thinking, I'm going back to the mountain to complete my training.
You're leaving?
It's hard being a spirit medium that can't talk to spirits, and I really think you'll do fine without me. I mean, it's not like I did anything useful, or...
Maya, I couldn't have done this without you.
But I'm not...
Maya, how many times did you point out something that I missed? And the bullet. Von Karma would have gotten away with everything if you had found that bullet. That one piece of evidence put him away. And you found it for me.
Nick.
You know what else? Your sister was there.
What? No,
I know. She told me what to do. I know that sounds crazy, but it's true. It made me realize that the people you truly care about never really leave us, do they?
I'll be back soon.
You better be.
I want to be able to stand on my own, you know? I'm going to become a full-fledged spirit medium, and then I'll come back.
You'll be here even when you're gone.
My heart.
I won't forget you and you'll keep me strong. Even though we are far apart, through thick and thin.
I'll shine the light.
We'll fight for what's right, that I swear. I hope you know I'm glad we met.
I'll carry on with no regret.
Just promise me you won't forget that for you I will be.
place to try.
We'll be there on the trail. We'll keep on searching for the truth, and I don't intend to fail. We will not fail. Place I will not go. There's nothing I won't do. We'll stick together side by side, and we'll see it through. And when the witness is clearly lying to throw us up our case, we'll find a contradiction to rub in their smug face. And after we have made our careful selection, we'll present evidence as our aid and yell, 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 objection!
Thank you so much for coming out. We've been working on the show for like 2 years. I'm really glad it finally happened. We love the Fringe Festival. We really want there to be another one next year. So please, be safe. Get your shots. Wear masks. Thank you. Good night. a much better public speaker. We want to thank you all for coming out tonight. You're a wonderful crowd. We had some guests tonight. If everyone who was involved in the Turnabout Musical official Discord, if you feel comfortable rising, we would love that. These include people who helped make the show what it is, who helped cheer us on throughout the whole process, and we really appreciate them coming all across the country to come see us and share in this theater. So this is for you. Thank you all. Remember to vote in November.
Yeah, Christian!
Take that. This is that photo from 5 years ago. This is that photo.
I have this thing where I keep winning and just never losing. Guilty is my signature tune. When my profession calls me to the court, all the defendants go straight to jail that afternoon. Before you accuse me of apostasy, please read this second autopsy. I'll fax you a copy.
Told you he was fine.
I leave you screaming, I'm scheming with the witness, I'm tag teaming, and the judge will give you a reaming.
This is a colossal waste of time.
It's me, right? I'm the problem, it's me. At plea time, everybody agrees. I'll speak directly to the court with grace and absolution. It must be exhausting, always losing to the prosecution. Sometimes I wonder if my verdicts were all rendered fairly. Did I condemn innocent lives? I can't start asking questions when I've worked so hard to get here, yet it still cuts me like a knife. Saddled with all these uncertain feelings with which I'm forced to be dealing, I can feel my head reeling. It was time. No other choice but perfection. I've no time for introspection, regardless of your projection.
Objection!
It's me, right. I'm the problem, it's me. At plea time, everybody agrees. I'll speak directly to the court with flawless elocution. It must be exhausting, always losing to the prosecution. I have this dream, I'm trapped again inside the elevator. I scream for help, but no one shows. I throw a gun towards my father, fighting with the bailiff. What happens next, nobody knows. It's me, right. I'm the problem, it's me. It's me, right. I'm the problem, it's me. It's me. Right. Everybody agrees, everybody agrees. It's me, right. I'm the problem, it's me. At plea time, everybody agrees. I'll speak directly to the court and earn my retribution. It must be exhausting, always losing to the prosecution. You are not a clown, right? You are the entire circus.